the holidays are approaching.
Get it?
I do.
This tune is like a Christmassy.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
How about that?
Feliz
A nice
Navidad. Drive now, pay later. Feliz Navidad.
a nice vehicle under your tree with the big red bow.
Attached by a magnet. You got good weather this weekend. What are you going to do? You're going to go spend it at a dealership, or are you going to be doing fellowship? Doing fellowship instead of sitting at a dealership, because you got fairlease.org. They're affiliated with the Credit Union of Texas, Dan. I actually looked into what that meant, and it means that because they're affiliated with a community bank, there's no middleman. They can get you a better rate. So you are helping Texas. You're helping yourself. You're helping us by going to fairlease.org, where it says, how'd you hear about us? Type in Joe Rogan at fairlease.org, and they're going to shoot you straight at Fairlease.
Hello, friends. Welcome to a Thursday program. It is the Dumb Zone. I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Blake Jones.
Rusty.
Rusty Blake Jones.
Call him Kanye Rusty.
I like my rusty trombone joke better than what you did, but it was related to a sponsor, so I like that.
No, actually, I don't know if you looked at the sheet. Trombones. Go to trombones.com in the back half.
Would we do well if we had a trombone? Because we just came off of a Business Wednesday.
We sure did.
We've identified certain types of businesses and whatever that they're benefiting from our relationships, and maybe others wouldn't be as good.
And horns. You're wondering if horns.
But would trombone, would you have to do, brass generally? Because it would be hard to just sell trombones.
It would be. It's a tough market. Hey, Blake.
Hey.
How's that mustache, bro? Looking great. God damn.
Honestly,
when you come in though and you shave the rest of your face, it's just so pronounced and just.
You give me the energy to keep going.
It gives me the energy to keep going. That mustache all revolves around it when it's in a room.
It's going to take me some time, but I'm trying to tail Blake. Basically,
I could tell.
Just because Brandon Aubrey said something about it last week.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just going to let it fade in.
Look, he's trying.
But I'm going shorter than you are, though. I'm going with
I'm going with rank.
the Pappy from Generation Kill. This is in code, but it's dangerous.
Okay. I thought you could grow a mustache pretty quick.
This is like 3 days.
Okay. No, that is pretty good, then.
I got an alpha fade in, but there's definitely a line where you're like, do not go past that. It's not the nostril. It's the corner of the mouth.
Yeah.
So... we are not in the Game Day Men's Health Studio, which is downtown Dallas in the Fox 4 building. GameDay.dumbzone.com, by the way. If you're kind of not feeling yourself, if you're feeling like, is it just age? It might not be just age. But they can help you feel your best self. 10% off the testosterone for life. If you mention Joe Rogan. Is that what we're going with today? We're doing comedy?
I think people get it by now.
I want you to mention the Dumb Zone. There's no joking around when it comes to your health, Jake.
That's so true, and especially men's health.
Right. Women's health, it's fine to joke around about
time
that.
it doesn't, but no, if you're feeling down, Game Day's a spot. They got 12 locations. You know what it is.
So we're not in the Game Day Men's Health Studio. We are high atop my garage, where we have a sit-in, and his name is Joe. Do we give your last name? Or
you can, Miller.
Okay.
It's the most generic name
I was
in
about to
existence.
say.
It's extremely generic.
I believe this is a fake name. Joe Miller does not want us to know who he is. Very mysterious.
Maybe a bar. Joe Miller's.
But I guess we'll hear all about Joe Miller's exploits in closing remarks.
My man Joe Miller has a Cornelius T-shirt on today, a throwback of the highest throwback.
In honor
More
of
on dog
Cornelius.
shirts.
An R.I.P. Cornelius.
Yes.
And you've seen the younger model.
Right.
Our younger, hotter model
Right.
is right here.
He doesn't eat the napkin.
No. Well, he had. Remember, we had a napkin incident earlier this year.
That was more on me. It was covered in pizza. I have a few things I want to make sure we get to.
Okay, Brandon Aubrey is joining us in about 10 minutes. So, Brandon Aubrey Show, usually Tuesday. It'll be today. Today is also Dee's Picks with Cirque and viewer mail and so much, Jake. So much.
Yesterday was the first time that Brian Schottenheimer has spoke since the passing of Marshawn Nealon. And Schotty's an emotional guy. We know that. So it was an emotional press conference in that he welled up, and I don't think he's faking it. I think he's a really emotional guy. I cry a lot personally, so I see it, I know it. But he used a couple of terms that really reminded me of what I think of this guy, and it's that he's corporate retreat speak. This is how we got intentionality. I think I somehow through the rehab process ended up consuming a lot of life coach stuff. I don't know how these people exist, but people who teach you how to think and teach CEOs how to think. And the problem is a lot of it's pretty valuable. It just sounds really corny. Intentionality is one of those things. I heard the term breakout groups yesterday in Shotty's speech, which there's a lot of guys in their car right now punching their dash.
So what does that mean? You're in a group of 100, but now you can go into
and somebody's got to tell you. We just used to say it, get in groups, smaller groups, maybe find a partner, but now it's breakout group time.
This group's going to play balloon volleyball, which is going to represent this. These people have to do truth or dare. It's the lamest.
Logistics is going to handle the it's all like the stuff we were talking about the other night of lame corporate Christmas parties. Brian Schottenheimer is a walking corporate Christmas party video. And so intentionality is part of that. Breakout groups is part of that. And there's one I've been sitting on for a while now. And then I heard some other podcast host use this term. See if you can pick up on it.
I hold relationships very dear. The trust piece and the honesty piece and the authentic piece to me is really important. Well, I think number one, there's the number one thing is the connection piece. I'm going to give him a hug, but it's the connection piece. So I start with the relationship piece of it, from the culture and the connection piece, and he's a great culture piece.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
Connection piece?
Yeah. And then I started hearing him say it, but then much like when he answers his own questions, sometimes he can't stop there. The connection piece is obvious, but what about the culture piece? What? It's just jargon.
The nice piece.
It's just jargon, but it just goes to further show. This guy, listen, through me getting well, I had to watch a lot of TED Talks. And they're mostly, it's like Dan says, like when you read a Dave Ramsey book, it's just all obvious shit, but they came up
but it reinforces
with new words for it.
Yeah.
And get paid to tell you about it. But just watch out for the piece, because I think he's ducking me on intentionality. I think we got to him on that one. A little bit of a follow-up here on, you know what, actually, I'm going to save that specific one for viewer mail. This is from the Tech BYU game, my triple play last week.
Did you win? Oh, no, you didn't.
Not even close. The Tech defense is extremely for real, and if they get a lead, it's over. And they could just never get – BYU could never get going against Tech's defense. But this part right here from Blake's college football hero jumped out at me as Kirk Herbstreit is telling his story of visiting Lubbock restaurants.
The guy Shane shot the footage, Kirk. He considers himself the world's #1 authority on brisket.
We're talking about like a camera guy.
And he said the Lubbock brisket,
Shane Bow,
best
with
ever.
You, buddy. That place we ate it yesterday, we ate it again today. I'm with Shane.
Oh, really? You checked 2 boxes.
I went down twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
First down off that catch by Carter, and they try Dickey for about a yard gain.
All right. So far, Kirk Herbstreit, just a little lame for his dog. What about now?
You know, I dabbled in the brisket, but I lived in the smoked turkey.
Gay!
And the chicken, whole chicken. Pretty good.
That is also elite.
Wow.
What are you doing? You came down to Texas, and they're like, this is the best brisket. This is the best of this type of food that they only do right here. And his answer was, do you have chicken? Can you take all the spice off of it, too?
Has anyone
Jesus,
fallen
Pete.
more from our likability? I feel like I used to like Herbie a lot. Thought he was good on the games.
I thought he was good on the games, but I've never liked him.
He was just a solid guy. I didn't not like him. I didn't recoil when I heard him. And now I can't even I can't stand Thursday Night Football. And then everything about the dog. And last week he tweeted out that it was a 1-year anniversary of his dog dying. And the next night he's got his other dog, prancing him up on the set.
It's
on TV now. We don't now just have to hear about his dog and see social media pictures. We now have to see him on TV.
Yeah. Breaks. They'll show you a little shot of the behind the scenes when they're doing. We'll be back with College Game Day. It's nothing but the dog or dogs. It's like even Robert Kraft had the decency to, when he had a new piece, when they were doing an honoring of Robert Kraft's deceased wife at the stadium, he didn't bring out.
We'll just push her over.
Just put out this 22-year-old. He understands, right? But no, I thought of Blake instantly, that he's like, oh yeah, it's great, the food in Texas. Love being here. Everything about it. They're known for turkey and chicken.
Yeah, the stuff you get everywhere.
Everywhere. Guy's a beating.
I got a ruling from Establish the Run guy to get.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at the weather. Going to be nice this weekend.
It really is.
Back up into the 80s. And I do know the weather can be volatile, and then around Thanksgiving is when I'd rather do this project. But I want to put up my Christmas lights this weekend.
Yeah.
Now, I could just put them up and not turn it on until the day after Thanksgiving.
You could.
What would you suggest here? Because I saw you get visibly shaken when I said I was going to put them up.
No, I understand it. You want to capitalize on the weather. I think I'd be for putting them up, but don't turn them on.
Okay.
I think
that is
I'd
a
let you
super
slide.
Dan move. It's I'm just prepared, dog.
I do like the
pack a week early.
Yeah, looking ahead. You don't want to do it in the
talking
cold.
to yesterday?
I love
Somebody
it.
was going on. Oh, it was Julie.
Going to Vegas.
Julie's going to Vegas today, and it was yesterday at 4. I was talking to her. She's like, I should start packing. I was like, what are you doing?
See, at least it's not just me. Yeah, that's it's also tough now because so many people. I mean, I know I live in a friggin' whatever neighborhood, but a lot of people don't do their own lights anymore, and so then you're getting it at the schedule of just whenever they can get you on. And we called pretty late in the season, so I don't know. What's the cutoff for when you have to have them done? Establish the Run guy. Like if someone pops up on the 17th, are you like, what's the?
I once did that too. That's what I'm thinking about now. There was
December?
really bad weather for the
Yeah.
first couple weeks of December, and I'm like, I just can't.
I think I did that a couple of years ago. I had them up for a week.
Yeah.
God.
Well, then you just keep them up too long.
Then I felt, obligated to hold them through January, but I took them down.
I went to go see our friend Andrew Duhon. He one time subject of the roast twins.
Oh, I
Yeah.
last
forgot.
night.
You were doing this last night.
Yeah, I went to go see him in Denton with my wife.
What a maniac.
Our buddy Cameron Gott, who got me in the Mahomes commercial, who filmed a video with Andrew that your daughters then promptly were like, what?
His name is Gott.
Cameron Gott? Yeah.
Okay.
And
You know Leo Getz?
I do. Why do I know that name? From the movie?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Goodfellas.
Wasn't it Joe Pesci
Yeah.
in Beverly Hills Cop 7 or
Okay.
something? But
Lethal Weapon.
There you go.
oh, Lethal Weapon. So whatever
A guy
Leo
named Joe
wants,
Miller
Leo
does that.
gets.
There you
And
go.
so Cameron got you tickets
He did.
to.
And I had a gummy thought that I shared at that time.
I'll bet you did.
that you know how they say that everything should be done in moderation, right? Like life in general, it's an unbreakable thing. Anything is like that.
As Wawa Wubsy would say, too much of a good thing is not a good thing at all.
So you know how at
guys
the
ever
same
watch
time.
Wubsy?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay, it's a kid's show.
In the last week, I've had 3 different people in my life already lamenting their December calendar. They're like, holy shit, it's going to be a disaster. I got this birthday, then I got your Christmas party, then I got my other Christmas party the next night, and then they're like, and then the next week I've got this. Well, you know how also everybody dreads the holidays? I think it's pretty clear that as a calendar and as a society, we are concentrating way too much hang out with your friends and family time in one part of the year. It's like baseball. This should be spread out way more over the course of the year because people get too much of it. It stresses them out, and then they're exhausted.
Yeah, but that's when you're off work.
It's when you're off work.
Thanksgiving,
taxes,
Christmas, New Year's.
Taxes?
Well, I think people end up saying oh, I've got to spend this money on this before the end of the new year, or it's when you get a bonus. So that's part of it too. But there's just too much time where there's nothing going on. And then 6 weeks where everyone just hates themselves because they're trying to scramble for all this other stuff.
I mean, why don't we just change the calendar?
No, I don't want to hear it from you, baseball man.
What?
You keep the baseball COVID calendar alive.
Well, that's the sports calendar.
Well,
you want to do with this with life what I want to do with the sports calendar.
Yes, that's
mine
what I'm
is
saying.
A realistic thing that you can actually accomplish. I don't know how you're going to petition Thanksgiving to be in July.
Well, I mean, it's not.
But I'm on board.
It's as made up as as the sports calendar is.
Sure.
I mean, there's some of them obviously you can't change. Friday the 13th, the hardline once found out being one of them.
You hit on something, and then we'll get to Brandon. But something I'm tracking that's a list of things I used to do either when I was young or poor that I shouldn't have to do anymore.
He's over it.
The first is using every last ounce of the bar of soap, which sometimes I catch myself doing. A bar of soap is $1.50. Just get a new one.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there just trying to get the last little bit out of it.
That's
Same
good.
with
So you use a tiny little.
I will because
First of all, you use a bar of soap.
I still use a bar of soap, and I still have it in me to just maximize value.
Yeah.
There's some left. I need to use it, but I'm over it. Same with toothpaste. Why am I just using all of my strength to get
because
one last thing?
Somebody has to establish the run around.
There's
here.
something fun about just the end.
Oh,
part,
dude, I
the
blew
nipple of the
my
toothpaste.
I blew my kid's mind the other day.
I
They're
could
like,
let that last
it's
4
empty.
weeks.
I'm like,
Why?
Hand that
But
over
why?
to Pops.
Why are we doing that?
You get
just
a
let
toothpick,
it go.
you can dig it out.
Check this magic
Yes.
out.
It's not that expensive. Just get a new one.
Are you ready or no?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Brandon's here now? Okay. Community Mechanicals
Our
our
man
sponsor.
is kicking all them balls with his foot down on the gas. Homie, kick it off the turf. Papa, kick it off the grass. Community Mechanical, make old air blue. Baby, buckle up. It's the
Brandon
You could have
Aubrey Show.
native themed bathing suits and stuff. You do it in the summer.
Okay.
Friendsgiving in June or something.
Brandon Aubrey Show.
Let's talk about it. Hi, Brandon.
There we go.
Do you read us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good to go now.
Yeah.
We can hear you. The great Brandon Aubrey, fresh off a bye week. Appreciate you joining us today. We couldn't do the recording thing yesterday. Apparently, you guys shifted your schedule because of Monday Night Football. And, we like just talking football and stuff, but obviously this is a weird, an odd situation that you guys are facing right now with a tragedy befalling a teammate. And then you're on the bye week, and now you come back to face this, yet you still have to get ready for a game, and you're at the Star right now. So
Yep.
what is the atmosphere?
Pretty somber the past couple days. We spent 2 days honoring Marshawn, just kind of provided resources for the team, the league, the Cowboys for therapy and any chance you need to talk or get your emotions out, whatever it may be. We had a lot of resources provided to us. Kind of took it easy on Monday and Tuesday with no practices, just kind of talking your feelings out. And then, it's not waters that any of us have ever been in before, and terribly tragic. Never want to go through anything like that. Not sure exactly what was going through Marshawn's head to make him kind of feel that way, and wish you could have done more to change his thoughts and just protect him from that situation. No, really, at a loss of words. I think we all are, and just kind of going through the grieving process as well as you can and as fast as you can. And then obviously we have a job to do still, which is unfortunate, but we're all fortunate to have this job, and we got to push forward. We're not going to move on, but we are going to move forward. I'm going to remember him as best as we can, and think the best way to honor him is to go and do our job to the best of our ability. So we're going to do the best we can.
Are there a couple of guys that have dealt with this before, Jake?
Well, Dak and now Solomon Thomas, who played with Quinnen Williams in New York under Aaron Whitecotton, he's had family.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Dak certainly with a teammate during the season. Right?
Yeah.
Is that the Josh Brent?
No, I don't know that Dak was on that team.
No.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
No,
you're talking about just family, and having to push through that. I didn't know if anybody had ever I heard Shoddy's press conference too, and he said he has not dealt with any of this either. So it's, I don't know. It's interesting, but you certainly don't want to go through this.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, as a guy who's played team sports your whole life, not that there's any sort of positives to be taken from this, but the fact that you guys do have a team environment with which to deal with this, and I don't know. I always try to position myself as I just function better as part of a team. It isn't an emotional backstop for me. So I wonder if you ever think about sort of how lucky you are to work in an environment your whole life that is a big part of it. The connection piece, some might say.
Yeah, absolutely. Spend more time with your teammates than you do your family in season. So they become an extension of your family, and the more support, more family you have around you, the easier it is to deal with stuff like this. And a lot of guys have said it was harder because it was the bye week and they're maybe sitting at home alone, because a lot of guys' home base isn't here, so just alone with their thoughts, no one really to support them and kind of have a sounding board just to get your emotions out. So a lot of guys were saying it just feels good to be back in the facility with guys who are going through the same thing, and just to be able to kind of share similar emotions, and everyone kind of understands each other better than anybody else that they could rely on. So not that it's going to feel normal, but to get back into a normal week, normal flow of a week here might start to accelerate the healing process. And just having guys here that going through a common thing is just, you said it, lucky. And it's a privilege to have just a bunch of like-minded individuals working towards a common goal that you can relate with and have a strong bond with. And I think that it really helps guys get through a lot of things that are going in their personal life.
Yeah, Shoddy alluded to this too, but it's kind of like when you guys are between the lines, it could be an escape for actually real problems or real things in the world, but you can just kind of act like this thing is the most important thing ever, and it's a good thing in that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, are we well, you were on a bye week. When we last spoke, you had not packed for your trip to Notre Dame.
Yes.
But I would imagine, you did end up going to Notre Dame, and what was the whole scene? Was it just you and Jen?
Yeah, it was me, Jen, and two of our friends. Just went out there and saw Chicago for a little bit. Saw Joe Coy, the comedian, in Chicago. Got a nice fancy dinner, and then drove up to South Bend in the morning. Did the whole I kind of led the tour for the group, me and Jen, and saw all the landmarks. Did a talking engagement with the athletic director there in pregame with a couple of the boosters, and then talked to the recruits, kind of give the pitch why Notre Dame, and then went to the game. Got to watch a blowout in the snow, which really cool to see a snow game and not have to actually be out there playing in the snow, because that looks like it sucks. But watching in the snow is pretty cool.
What's your pitch to go to Notre Dame? Give us the quick one.
It's just it's hard, athletics and academics, and I think when you make the choice to challenge yourself in athletics and academics, you're giving yourself the best possibility to grow. And when you come out of there with a Notre Dame degree, it means something on a resume. I witnessed that firsthand. Just throw in software engineering degree on a resume may not get you the interview when there's 100 people that are doing that, but then you put the Notre Dame on top of it, kind of get shuffled up to the top of the list, because I only applied for 2 positions and I got interviews at both of them and got the job offer for the first one and didn't even go to the second one. So I think that helps a lot. And when you're playing a violent sport like football, any given play could take you out of your career and things change fast, which is a somber message, but I can't really speak to the football program side of it because I wasn't there. But I just say even the soccer program has its own facilities, have all the resources you need, training staff, weight room, nutrition, just everything you could possibly need to succeed. They have it there for you. And then obviously have world-class coaches in every sport. So I'm sure the football team is exactly the same, because soccer team really feels like a football program would be at other D1 places from what I can imagine. So I think just top-notch quality across the board. That's all I said.
I think I forgot. So you actually had a job as a software engineer?
Yes. Yeah, for 2 years.
For 2 years? Okay. I thought you went right from soccer and then all of a sudden tried the okay. So you punched the clock. Did you have to wear a suit? Did you get to work from home? What was your scene?
Yeah, so no suit. I wore usually a polo, short sleeve polo, and some golf pants. I was sponsored by Under Armour for my last year, or for both my years soccer. I had like a $5,000 budget, so I just bought a bunch of golf polos and golf pants. That's what I wore every day, just cycled through them. But we got to work from home 2 days a week prior to COVID. And then once COVID hit, we went full-time work from home. And that was awesome. Helped with my scheduling because, they were really flexible with me. It was GM Financial. They were really flexible with my schedule. As long as I was getting my work done, they kind of just let me get out of there around like 3:30 so I could get to the practice field before the sun went down.
Because you were still working.
So,
so while you're doing that, you were kicking. You were learning how to be a kicker.
Yes. Yeah. I was going from Arlington at GM Financial all the way down to Frisco to work with Brian Egan, figure out my form, go stop by his house once a week in Frisco after kicking, watch film, break it down, then drive all the way back home. So, I wasn't home very often during that period of time. Jen would come out when she could, but she was working as a flight instructor, then got hired as American Airlines during that time. So, we were ships passing the night sometimes, but all of our vacations and everything we did was focused on my football. So I feel a little bit bad for that, but she enjoyed it. And, she loved going out to the field. She'd bring her lacrosse net and try and catch the footballs for me so they wouldn't hit the track behind the uprights, because, that'll kind of kill the balls really fast, and they're $120. So you want to make sure those last as long as possible.
Do you have like video of you early kicking?
Yeah, I can find it and send it to you. Had an older phone, but it's downloaded on my computer, so I can find it and send it to you guys. Okay.
Yeah, you're a software engineer. You can do that.
You ever talk to any of the old employees or the boss at GM?
boss will DM me every once in a while.
About his fantasy team or something. He's just like,
oh, it's a her, but yeah.
Exposing my biases. Sorry.
Yeah, come on. Women can be bosses too. No, yeah, she was awesome. She supported me through the process. Like I was up front saying, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to be a professional kicker. And instead of just kind of like, hey, get to your job. No, I'm not going to let you do this. No, I'm not going to let you do that. She let me get out of the facility, like I said, early. As long as I got in my work on time, she was pretty relaxed with that.
And I would have had you at dealerships all over town kicking trick shots. Like, got this guy here. Let's get our money's worth.
So you go to a comedy show in Chicago and you're out and about in Chicago. Do you ever get recognized?
We went to the Bean just because, kind of feel like you have to in Chicago. And I hadn't been. So we went up there and I got recognized there. But other than that, no. That guy was from Dallas, so natural. But outside of the Dallas area, I usually can get away without getting recognized, which is nice.
The Bean, very underwhelming.
Yeah, I liked it. Going up underneath it was pretty trippy and a nice experience. But I wouldn't say it's, it's not anything to put in like a top travel destinations just because of that. But the city of Chicago is awesome. It's really, really well laid out and the buildings are all clean. I thought it was a really cool city.
Yeah, the city's cool, but I like you wanted to go see the Bean, and when I got there I was like, yep.
What is the Bean?
There it is.
It's that big like reflective statue looking sculpture thing that
it's like a kidney bean. You can walk underneath it, and since it's kidney bean shaped underneath it, like kind of you can see your reflection coming from like 4 different angles, and if you get right underneath it, then it's a different perspective. But it's just a giant tourist trap. You can't really walk around there shoulder to shoulder, people taking pictures, got all the selfie sticks, Instagram models trying to take pictures. Like, this is ridiculous.
You may also
kind of sad
recall that
society.
At one point they made it like a portal with like a camera. You've seen them do this. It was a portal to Dublin, Ireland, and it took about 6 hours before a girl flashed Ireland.
Oh, that was there?
It was. She did it a couple times.
At the Bean?
She was like, "Here's
That's
what Chicago's about," and then they bonded with Ireland.
Okay. And then when you're at Notre Dame, are you getting recognized left and right?
I did get recognized a few times there. Obviously, they threw me up on the big screen in the second quarter, so people knew I was there. I did a podcast, or not a podcast, like a speech in front of the boosters, and fans could walk in. So they advertised I was going to be there. So it was pretty, like, I don't know, people who knew and were looking around spotted me because we were doing the tour. We went to all the big landmarks too. So
that's what I was going to ask.
Where all the people were at.
Yeah. My buddy took me on that tour, and it was like, he should have been, but it was like the proudest I'd ever seen him to show me, like the cathedral. What's that called?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yeah. TC took
before
us
the
around
game
too. Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
No, it's a great scene, tailgating scene and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, my night was freezing as well when I was there. I don't know if it was bitter for you, but it was bitter cold a couple years ago. That's
it
when you don't.
So bad.
That's when you don't want to be pitching the recruits.
Yeah. Right. It was like 46 degrees, and it wasn't super windy. But when the game kicked off, it's dropped. Like, I think a storm front hit maybe 2 minutes into the first quarter, and we got really downpoured with snow. It started with sleet, rain, and then turned into snow as it got colder.
Hey, would you mind if we, just for at least 30 seconds or so, we'll mention Community Mechanical?
Yeah.
Because they're our HVAC company, and they're yours too, right? You had an issue, and they came out and kind of fixed it?
Yeah. I don't remember. Banger's going to kill me here, but I don't remember the part that was broken still. But it wasn't what the other company said. It wasn't a need of a whole new $10,000 unit. They took a look at it in 5 minutes, diagnosed the problem, got a part out of the truck real quick, and it was like $100 fix. So saved me a lot of money, and I really appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get you guys, your customers, the free preventative maintenance. I'm working on it, maybe in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you can. If you kick a 70-plus yard field goal at any point this season, they're going to give away an all-expense-paid trip to a 2026 Cowboy away game and a Brandon Aubrey jersey and $250 cash. Anyway, so that's all you have to do is not only set the NFL record, but just put a couple more yards on it. And we've seen you kick those before and said, oh, that would have been good from 70. So it can happen. And what's their website again, Jake?
CommunityDFW.com. The phone number, call or text, 469-667-7290.
We need to ask your thoughts on the Nico Harrison firing.
My thoughts on Nico Harrison firing? It happened. I haven't really looked into it. Obviously, the trade with Luka put a big question mark on his career. But, I guess he's taking his repentance for that move. I mean, the city of Dallas loves Luka and wishes he was still here, so it can't bring him back. But I guess this is a step in the right direction, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to comment. I don't know anything about basketball, so I don't want to put my foot into a door that I don't belong in. So seems like that's what the fans wanted. So they're moving towards what the fans want, which I think is always the right thing to do as an organization that makes their money from fans. So good thing they put their finger up to the wind and felt that and moved in that direction.
I'm going to give that an A-. That was really good. That was really
for seemingly you actually don't care in real life, but you came up with something.
Yeah, and it was believable.
Like, whatever.
Nobody's offended.
Yeah.
Kind of struck the right tone. I think that was really good.
Now do the government shutdown.
I think he mentioned it once of like getting better at media because of us. I think of us as like I don't know, like hiring a woman of the night. Like, look, we're just experiencing this. Nobody cares about what we do, but for the actual people, for the big stage, you'll have some experience talking to these hacks.
That's awesome.
And reading spots. What's obviously sounds a little bit uncouth to mention is that right before the tragic news of Marshawn Nealon's passing, the Cowboys were very much in the news with like a really active trade deadline. So I know you're a fan of the NFL. I don't know if you had ever met Quinnen Williams, but we went back and reviewed the Jets Hard Knocks. If you watch the NFL, you know the guy just plays with a lot of fun. He's out there talking, having fun. And I don't know if you've met him or what your impressions of him from watching him in the league have been up to this point.
Yeah, I hadn't met him until Monday. He walked in on the specialist playing our golf game on the Xbox, and he's like, "Oh man, I love golf." Apparently, he's a 17 handicap, trying to get better. So it's another person we can go golfing with in the off season. He's a force to be reckoned with. He's an exciting player. Love to have him. We haven't seen him on the practice field just yet, since we haven't really. It's been a long time since we practiced. It'll be good to get out there today. I'll be watching. I get to watch the defense more than the offense on game day, so that's always exciting when we make big splash moves like that. Trying to move in the right direction, and we want to win games. You bring in good players. That's what we've done, and hopefully, I think it'd be crazy to say I hope he makes an impact because I know he's going to make an impact.
So you guys really busy in those special teams meetings, huh?
What golf game are you playing?
PGA Road to the Masters.
Road to the Masters. Okay.
Damn.
You good?
Oh, I'm getting good. I wish I was that good in real life. Yeah, we play it way too much. We got a running scoreboard. Right now I'm up 3 points. You get 3 for a win, 1 for second place, and 0 for last. So I'm in first. Keep it that way.
Did you make your own character, or are you playing with someone else?
No, on the facility, I use Scotty, Brian uses Scotty, and Trent's got a man crush on Bryson, so he uses Bryson.
2 Scotties? No, you got to settle for who gets to be Scheffler.
Well, I'm green shirt Scotty, Brian's blue shirt Scotty, so there's a difference there.
Jake had to grow up being Davis Love the Third because his brother wouldn't let him be Tiger.
Marco Mira again.
Oh no.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good luck in that elevation, right?
Let's get some preventative maintenance, buddy.
Yeah, I was going to go to a magic show if you want to tag along.
A magic
that's
show.
right. It's a road trip.
Yeah.
You guys will be
where's the magic show?
I think I don't know. I'll pick. I'll get it. I'll get us an Uber if you want to go. The Mentalist.
Oh, you're going to the. It's not Oz. It's O's.
I
You
think
ever
it's-
see that Mentalist guy?
Oh, they had him in training camp.
He came to the Cowboys one.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did.
he came to
Okay.
training camp.
What did he do? What did he do for you guys?
He had some guys write down some names or some places, and then went around the room, and I don't really remember if he just got guys to say, like, other guys that wouldn't guess know what the other person wrote down, to say what he wrote down. I don't know if I bought it entirely, because he threw out a football. One of them, he threw out a football to Brandon Cooks, who had written something down, I guess, and then he said, "Brandon, throw that football to anybody." And then he threw it, and then he goes, "Wait, no, I meant this person." And he threw it to that person. I was like, okay, that's a little staged. Like, Brandon forgot who he was supposed to throw it to, because he'd been talked to before. They did have a meeting with, like, the guys that were involved in the show before the show. So I don't know.
Little sus.
I'm not going to say it was.
So you're
was
telling me
fake,
it's not
but-
real?
I was going to say, you're basically just saying it's not real magic, which is not that controversial.
Yeah.
It's sleight of
I would
hand.
lean more towards not real than real.
All right.
You're gonna have to
Sorry,
find
Blake.
another show for Brandon.
Okay. I mean, if you want to, if there's a concert you want to go to, I'll
I
tag
could give you a
along.
burger restaurant recommendation.
Or if you want to go eat a burger.
All right, we'll see you
Yeah, I
next
think
week.
the specials are actually planning a specialist dinner on this one, because Trent played in Vegas for a while. He's got all his spots he wants to go see, so we're just going to tag along whatever Trent wants to do.
Yeah, Trent always gets what he wants, right?
Yep, got to keep him happy. Never know when he's just going to
Starts
roll
up
one back
front.
there. if
Hey,
I piss him
it always starts with him, right?
off. Yeah,
All right, thanks, man.
I appreciate you guys.
Talk
See
to you
ya.
next week. Yeah, there's the great Brandon Aubrey.
Aubrey.
That is brought to us by Community Mechanical. The following will be brought to us by Trident Garage Doors.
Trident Access Services.
Let's see here. It says I have some new copy here. Let's see what that is. That means I threw it in there the other day, and I wanted to remind myself.
I
You
wasn't
know,
sure if
in
we
the
were
interim,
supposed
you
to
can-
read that they selected a trick or treat winner. I don't know if that's like new. It showed up in the copy. I was confused as to why we would tell you that
Oh,
they
yeah,
selected
well,
this, but
Just because they were doing a giveaway, and they want to make sure they follow up on it. And Rachel Carter is the winner of the MyQ garage door opener or a $500 gift card from Trident Access Services. They're my garage door company. They came and did the fall tune-up special.
Blake's house too.
And you should get that done as well. The fall tune-up special. Just kind of check it out. They really saved. I don't know what it saved, but I had some kind of a thing that the old garage door company had installed incorrectly, and my garage was really loud. And it turns out whatever they installed, the thing with the chain that pulls up the garage, I guess it's the garage door opener, wasn't in a stud. And so it was kind of ripping apart my drywall. And they're
Jeez.
like, yeah, if this was up there who knows if the whole garage door could have fallen. So just get yourself a little peace of mind with the fall tune-up special at Trident.
TXTrident.com. It's veteran owned. It's first responder owned. Get that thing taken care of this winter season. Maybe get an insulated garage door if you're replacing. DeeZ customers get 10% off. It's TXTrident.com.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
So later we have Cirque and D's picks, and we'll get some viewer mail in just a little bit. But sports-wise, I see you wrote a Mavs article.
You did?
What? Why do you say it like that?
Are you still? I don't know. You're in?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been writing about the Mavs because during the fall I pretty much only do football. I have a weekly football column, so I usually don't do Mavs until after football.
Isn't it more of a Nico article, though? It's not like breaking down the Mavs.
I think what Blake is referencing is I was uncertain whether I wanted to keep writing about the team going forward once the football season ended.
Have you decided on that?
No, I think the expectation. I think I should, right? Like somebody,
I think
should be
the Wings
involved.
draft will be around the corner.
TCU basketball, right?
Yeah.
Women's basketball, but it's basically just what we were talking about yesterday. which is that this was not a guarantee that they fired him, and certainly not a guarantee that they fired him 9 months after the trade. And when they make all of the documentaries about this effing fiasco, an important part of it will be one of the most, vociferous and ultimately successful fan revolts maybe ever. I know this sort of thing does happen in Europe, where people just take to the streets and basically turn games into a protest. And I'm not saying you should always just bend to the whims of the fan, but I grew up here where I've basically been told that this is a second or third tier sports city, and I felt like it is my whole life. Nobody's afraid to come play in Dallas. The old reunion may have something to say about that. Mavs fans, I'm not saying weren't great, but nobody's afraid of the fans here. It's just not a place that cares about sports to the degree that some places on the East Coast do, for example. So, yeah, I think the DFW fan showing their teeth and getting people who are basically the mafia. Now, you can't say that in a magazine, I've come to find out.
Was there an editor call this morning?
But, they run casinos in China. What are we talking about? These people, they push around people and get what they want always. And this time, it would have been great if we could have got to them before the trade, but they did not think that this was going to go as painfully as this has for them. And I take some, solace or comfort in that fact. Making people who aren't uncomfortable very often uncomfortable is about the last thing we have left.
Well, I feel like what Patrick Dumont thinks is that, hey, he was told this somewhere along the line. I bought a sports franchise, and fans are just idiots. Fans are idiots. They will support that franchise no matter what in the long run. And in a sense, he's right. Because you're still going to be here, and that franchise is here. And you even see there's a portion of the fan base, even while Nico was here, is like, hey, we got to support the team, though. I'm a fan. I live and die with this team, good and bad. That's what makes you a real fan. In fact, they were the ones saying you shouldn't be booing and you shouldn't be yelling, fire Nico. And
right. You're not helping.
Disagreed with that fully, that those people yelling fire Nico, those are probably the truest fans.
Yeah, I would agree, but I mean, I'm not trying to gatekeep anybody, but for however it needed to happen, it happened. They're not going to sell the team. I don't think we've talked about kids' angle and all this enough, but for now, you have to just take it as this is something to be proud of.
Just that the letter really bothered me. Dear Mavs family. You ain't in my. This is the stepdad trying to tell you that.
I know.
You're not. You didn't just buy into the family. You are not a part of this at all. In fact, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing from you at all. Not that fired up about hearing from Cuban, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Just anyone associated with this. And I don't want to hear it leaked out. You're hearing different things leaked out about Kidd. And I'm positive Kidd is trying to leak out everything he can that's going to be positive about him. And I don't believe anything about Jason Kidd.
He has made that bed, You're not wrong to feel that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about the Michael Finley leaks that we've heard. Finley was against this, and if there was anybody that wasn't against this, I don't want to hear from them ever again, and you shouldn't be with the franchise. You should be long, long gone. And Patrick Dumont is at the top of that because he was sitting there with Nico, and he was defending him and saying these are the tough. He was the one alluding to Luka being not a hard worker and out of shape, and he likes hard workers like Jordan and Shaq. He doesn't know anything. I just absolutely don't want to hear from Patrick Dumont. I do not want to see him hey, we're working. What did he say here? Oh, thank you for holding us accountable. Thanks for your passion. You deserve transparency. F you, bro. Like, please join me in continuing to cheer on our players.
Listen,
and supporting
man,
all
they're
of those.
not going to make it easy ever.
Like, I'm going to join Patrick Dumont.
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy.
Right.
Let's go arm in arm. We're just cheer for these great players who. No, dude, you were at the top of this thing. In fact, you were the one guy that could have stopped it.
Literally.
The one person that could have stopped this.
Because I think Kidd
And now,
could've,
if you are. Go ahead.
Well, I was just say I think Kidd could have, but he would never have even tried. But ultimately, it is a factual statement that there is one person who could have stopped it. And
Right,
it's him.
because they didn't call Miriam
No.
for her opinion. And what I would have wanted this guy to do, this fat F, mafia guy, we can say it here, I would have wanted him, you know what? I'm out of my depths here. It seems crazy. Let me just call a ton of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's just
How do you
nobody
not- yeah.
in actual NBA circles who would have said this is a good idea. Unless, if we would want to believe a conspiracy, that Supermax, the owners don't like the Supermax, dude. The big, if you've been all-pro this
Right.
many years and all that, like,
Yeah.
because he was up for the biggest contract in NBA history. It was what he had earned. He was going to sign it in a second. But if you remember that opening press conference that Nico had in Cleveland, the contract was alluded to a few times. And it was like, we're getting ahead of the contract. We're getting ahead of the Supermax. We're getting ahead where, Luka could have then had it in his court to decide whether or not he wants to stay, and we got ahead of that.
Tumultuous,
That is way different
remember?
from – right. I didn't want a tumultuous summer. It wouldn't have been tumultuous at all because he would have signed it in half a second.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why would Luka have said, no, I don't want the $100 million extra or whatever I can get. I want to just go shop around and not. He would have signed it in a second, and that's where real NBA people will tell you, well, what you do is you sign him to that, and if you really think there's a concern about his conditioning or his future and all that, then you shop it around. And you get yourself 7 number 1 picks or, another superstar and this or something.
That was never the goal.
That's why I think Patrick Dumont is getting a kind of a pass here. I really think financials had a lot to do with it. If it didn't, call any owner in the league, call any something like, hey, man, my GM is talking about trading Luka. Dude, that one person can, call the Cavs owner.
You know him.
Call the Cavs owner and say, what can just a superstar, mean to your franchise? Well, how about the value of the franchise? Hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, could you imagine if Danny Ferry had walked in and said, you know what, I'm going to trade LeBron because we're concerned he's going to leave. He's a free agent next year. He could go to Miami, of all things. Let's trade him now. That's even if you knew he was a free agent and said, I want to look elsewhere, which Luka had never done. And the fact that he's firing him now after a slow start to the season, when he publicly said, look, a strong leader, which he was alluding to himself as being a strong leader, puts lets his people make decisions and then stands by them. Unless they go 2-8 or 3, really, if I am to believe Patrick Dumont from the beginning, you should have let this play out and let Anthony Davis and Kyrie be healthy with Cooper Flagg. And Cooper Flagg shouldn't even be in the equation because he wasn't part of this equation. Their theory was they were going to kind of win now even with Anthony Davis, make the playoffs. Who knows what's going to happen in the playoffs? So don't even add Cooper Flagg at all into this. It can't.
I know. Yeah.
It can't be a part of it at all.
But I was worried that the owner would, and he didn't. Did you enjoy there's some pieces of this story that I guess somewhere in the recesses of my mind I knew but had not publicly shared. The PR lady.
Gina Miller?
No, the new PR lady, woman. is Gina Miller. She replaces a woman named Victoria Martinez, who, as Machine told us, had never worked for a pro sports team. She'd never worked in PR. As noted in this article, she came over from the FBI. She's like a cop, a special agent in the FBI. And people were like, what? Like, now people are seeing all this stuff that was there and like, wait, what? Like, I guess Nico was just like able to hire the PR staff. And again, this is after firing Dirk's guy and Luka's guy, Scott Tomlin, everyone's guy. So there's just like little things that are coming out now that people are looking at in the reporting. Like, how did this even happen? It wasn't just let's get Luka out of here. It was a systematic exorcism of his presence. It's just a lot of people have screenshotted this part to me and been like, I'm sorry, we what? We hired a counterterrorism expert to handle PR and then traded Luka? Like, wouldn't you want like the best PR person ever if you're going to conduct a move like that? I don't know. I'm interested to see where Dumont goes from here because new owners aren't usually real interested in rebuilding. Like, he's trying to get that arena built. He's trying to do this. He's trying to do that. You know, they need to lose like
That's the thing. He could have made a couple of calls to a couple of owners and been like, you know, what do you do in my shoes? Like, let's be honest. Let's call an owner that's nowhere near able to trade for Luka or something. You know, like he's as much, if not more, to blame than Nico Harrison, because it's one thing to have the idea, and then it's the other thing to actually sign off on it. You didn't do any research? You didn't look into it at all?
Bro, he married into a family. Like, I know that people get tired of me acting like, oh, billionaires are worthless, whatever. This guy's never done a fucking thing in his life. He's never created anything. He's never done anything that helps anybody. He's from a rich family. He went to a rich school. He married a rich lady. Now he's in charge of a rich person's business. That's how it's possible that somebody could spend $4 billion on something and not understand it. A lot of the owners didn't grow up playing sports, but they get it to the point that they need to. This guy doesn't even have that.
You've seen some, theories floating around. Some of it has to do with the Mavs trying to get some good public opinion because obviously the Mavs versus Stars thing isn't going well in their favor.
When that was introduced to me, that made a lot of sense. Much like, you see it in the news, right, with the sides of government. The Democrats now actually playing a little bit, where more Epstein files just happened to come out this morning as the government goes back to work. Well, yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening.
I partially subscribe to the theory that this could have been an NBA inside job only because they ended up getting Cooper Flagg. Really cemented that for me. Just that getting Luka to LA, you were about to face. Look, you don't build around Anthony Davis and get a contender. Okay? Not current day Anthony Davis. Like it's comical. It's comical to be reading articles right now about, well, where could you trade him? And there's like maybe a handful of teams that even could logistically do it, let alone then want to do it, and let alone be a place that you think Anthony Davis would actually want to go because you know how the NBA superstar, you don't want to acquire a disgruntled guy making $50 million a year. But you know what you also don't want to acquire is a extremely old, injury-prone guy making $50 million a year. But here we are. Like, what kind of gap will there be? Like, let's say the Mavs do trade him. The gap between what the Lakers got and what the Mavs get for the same guy.
I don't
like,
feel
what could you get for him?
I don't know. I think you probably aren't getting anything. You're getting him off the books, and that's it.
And that's incredible. So, which the Lakers are like, wait, we're also getting him off the books?
I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up back in L.A.
Okay, so now, that's my overall, like, it just stinks. So much about this stinks. But I got another conspiracy that I haven't heard anybody raise that is mine alone.
Who's it brought to you by?
Who do you want it to be brought to us by?
One Day Doors and Closets.
Okay.
One Day Doors and Closets. They'll open the door to, whatever. OneDayTexas.com.
You talking about them full wooden doors?
Slash promo
solid,
30. Dude, you don't even know.
We're keeping the silence out or the silence in or
whichever
the
way you
noise
want
out.
it.
You don't keep silence out.
They fit perfectly. What is your old door guy using? A ruler and a tape measure? They use advanced 3D measuring technology. They make a digital blueprint of your door.
They use all the D's.
They custom cut those doors using all their D's. And right now, you can get 2 doors for the price of 1 at onedaytexas.com/promo30. Maybe you got family coming over for the holidays. This is a quick way that you can upgrade the look and feel of your home, like hanging artwork in every room.
Boy, that would be a nice little holiday thing, huh?
Yeah, sure. Everybody comes over like, did you guys move?
The
And you're
holidays
like, no,
are approaching.
It's the same address. We just changed the doors. So with the holidays approaching, hit up Josiah, onedaytexas.com/promo30. Do it for your lady, your partner, your man.
America.
Spruce up those doors. Do it for America.
Oh, you don't like America?
Well,
oh, okay.
Why don't you get out?
Why don't you call like 3-week doors?
Jesus. Not here at One Day Doors and Closets, folks. America first. And no one else has mentioned this. Now here's Dan.
Oh, I don't think anybody has, but how about this conspiracy? Now it's going to – the thing we have to do is see where does Nico get another job?
Boy, I got an email about that today.
Really?
What a weird thing to even think about. I can't imagine – nobody's going to hire him in the NBA, right?
There's only one franchise, the one that wants to build a statue for him.
Yeah, but they can't have him there with Luka.
Like, have you seen those memes? There's a statue of Nico outside. Like next to the Shaq statue. Anyway, I got some Luka audio too. You're gonna love. But here's what I want to say about that: the next job he gets, let's say it's even in 6 months. But I mean, where else does he have contacts, and where have you heard that he actually was kind of well thought of?
Nike?
So a Nike operative leaves. He inexplicably trades a Nike superstar to the top market. And all of a sudden, that guy is kind of becoming the face of the league. And he's on Good Morning America, and he's here, and he's there, and he's like this story. Everything about since he was traded, he's been one of the top story. Like it was never on the Stephen A. Smith scroll, like that they're like Luka, but now he's now like the Cowboys or the Lakers. He's Luka, and even the Nico story, Luka, everything Luka. Everything is revolving around Luka, and so Nike, they inexplicably trade this superstar to the Lakers. They exponentially raise his Q rating. And then now this Nike operative kind of gets welcomed back to Nike with a job well done. Job well done, son. Here's a handsome, handsome bonus that we had promised you years ago.
For doing the code red.
You did it.
Man.
You did it. You somehow managed to just make everybody – now you are going to look like a bumbling idiot and you can't go to Dallas anymore.
Twin Peaks is off limits.
But what about this big pile of cash you're now laying on?
That would drive me as a guy who's stuck with them through child slavery, a brand loyalist of Nike. That would. Are
you
break
Converse
me.
Guy?
I couldn't do it, dude. They can't. It's just too obvious if they do. It's just too obvious. We got too much stuff where it's like we can't just do that right in front of us.
Are you the guy who knows all these underground, these political things that happened over the years? And I don't know. I'm just going to say some things I don't know anything about, but I think like Noriega or putting people in power.
Yeah.
And, all these things that actually did happen on a huge scale.
Yeah, like verifiable by sworn testimony to Congress.
Are you going to say this is out of limit?
No.
Like it couldn't have happened? When this could mean $1 billion to Nike in the long run?
I mean, I know this. We used to talk to our buddy Jordan Rogers, who used to work at Nike, and then he does a bunch of NIL stuff now. You can find him on social media. Not Aaron Rodgers' brother.
Let's get him on the next.
And from like the second year of his career, he would just say, "It's L.A. or New York." And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't think you'll leave. He's like, I don't care how it happens. It's L.A. or New York. He'll be there. They're not going to not have him in L.A. or New York. And I was like,
and look,
what does that mean, though? That seems crazy. And somehow, some way, yeah.
Right. And one of your things was, well, he's not that kind of guy. He doesn't want to go there.
I never accounted for the other side of the coin there.
Just mark this down, Blake.
Okay.
My great prediction.
Write it down.
What if we were to drain the main vein and then do viewer mail and picks?
I would love that.
Me too. I'll go downstairs.
It's a lot of peer pressure.
We outvoted.
I'm bananas about our 5-star installation package with a lifetime installation warranty. Rick Renner for Flooring Direct, slowing down traffic in a yellow jacket. Hey, no Chuck in the truck with his tailgate warranty. You know when he drives away? There goes your warranty. We don't do that at Flooring Direct. We give you a lifetime installation warranty. It's transferable. Call now. We bring the store to you.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Quality Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do. And they're going to take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you told me that Qualis Roofing has drones. But, yes, apparently the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But the drone makes sense now, though. Because you don't, I mean, if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year?
Yeah.
You're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had, tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed one. I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade, and they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man, so we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible. So Qualis Roofing, go to QualisGC.com. Do they have a number?
They do. The phone number is 817-500-9008, and all of those are interesting copy points. But there's one final one.
That's where he was leading you guys in it.
It doesn't matter.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Magnificent.
Why should people watch DeeZ TV?
It's on. It's on. It's on every night.
It'll make you feel better about yourself.
Stock tips, medical advice, what to do when your wife goes to book club,
the meaning of life,
so I can keep my job.
DeeZ TV,
weeknights at 9
on More 27.
Deep, thoughtful,
meh.
Trident Access Services, I had garage door bad. But after just one email wrote, could I call your dad? They had a brand new door put in just a single day. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Give up.
Door was sad and sucky, flaccid at its best. But Jeremy and the fellas said, just put your fear to rest. If you need some help like me, just call the boys today. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Yeah, the website is txtrident.com. Hit up Jeremy at 817-512-1212. And we learned through Grady that if you're a listener, you get 10% off.
Our main goal at Game Day Men's Health is to have each man feel his absolute best. You're not just a number. We care about each person. We want you to come in. We want you to optimize your testosterone. We want you to live your dream.
Anything?
See, the rings are a lot harder than people think. He's gonna be ripped and he doesn't have to like go through the contact of football.
Yeah, it totally makes sense, man. It's so great that you're showing me pictures of your family. This is all I ever wanted, you know? Over the years we've worked together, sometimes the work gets in the way, there's a little distance or a lot of distance, and now we're just here having chips, being friends, and enjoying each other's company, man.
Or brothers. Like, it feels like we're brothers, or you're even like a father figure I never had. And actually, if you're cool with it, I'd love for you to be my grandpa.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I love that, man. Blake's grandpa, man. This is great. Everything's perfect
Feels
now.
right. Feels
yeah.
right.
Anything? What is this? The opening ceremony of the Butt Buddy Olympics or something?
Wait, what's he doing here?
Well, my dream is to make fun of your dream. And I couldn't have imagined to be this good.
Yeah, he's got a point.
What? He's got a point. Whose side are you on? Grandpa Jake. Blake's grandpa.
That was your dream. Now we're in his dream.
Game Day Men's Health. Live your dreams. Most of them.
You're familiar with Community Mechanical? That's my HVAC company. Travis was just over my house installing something. I just let him in because, you know, he's a great dude.
Yeah.
You've met him?
Yes.
Travis
awesome,
Gafford?
Awesome guy. Came up and fixed our AC unit, which we were told was completely totaled and needed to be replaced, and did it real quick and real cheap, and got in and out, took care of us, and got signed up for the monthly or the
preventative maintenance.
Preventative maintenance, yeah.
So the other company said it's going to be like 5 figures to replace this.
Yeah, we need a completely new unit, but there was something with the compressor that was like a $1,000 part, or maybe I'm getting it mixed up. But the expensive part, they said, was broken, completely totaled, and you might as well do a whole new system. They came over, Community Mechanical came over and said, no, that's not the case. It's the cheap part that's just barely broken, and they came and replaced it real quick. They both start with a C. I'm not very handy.
He's so good at this.
Yeah.
Capacitor and condenser.
What else do you need to hear?
I'm good on AC. I live in Florida and have gone through like probably 4 new units throughout my time there. Yeah.
What's their phone number? Oh, 469-667-7290. You could even text them, and they'll get right back to you. Like they got back to Brandon Aubrey, who is a proud whatever of Community Mechanical.
Probably customer is a
customer,
good,
user, yeah. I
customer.
Couldn't get that word.
Subscriber.
The word customer begins with a C. All these other, I can't.
Capacitor, condenser.
There you go.
Condensate.
You know, all these places want your birthday to give you free stuff on your birthday. Space them out.
That's what are you gonna do? Eat 12 meals? The free meal? Even if they give you the whole month, that's a lot of pressure.
My birthday, May 15th to this place, June 15th. That place, July 15th. That place, August 15th. Because then I get one free thing a month.
I mean, I'm just in the dojo learning, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in awe.
Yeah.
In the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone. No pump it, 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 no
No puppet. The puppet. You're the puppet. No puppet. No puppet. The puppet. You're the puppet. No puppet. A puppet. No puppet. puppet. You're the puppet. The puppet. The puppet. No puppet. No puppet. The puppet. You're the puppet. No puppet. No puppet.
The Dumb Zone.
In my mind, the way teams win is by focus, by having the right character, by having the right culture, and having the right dedication to work as hard as possible to create a championship winning outcome. And if you're not doing that, you're going to lose. And if you look at the greats in the league, the people you and I grew up with, Jordan, Bird, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, they worked really hard every day with a singular focus to win. And if you don't have that, then it doesn't work. And if you don't have that, you shouldn't be part of the Dallas Mavericks.
Let's go to a game. No, let's support them. Anyway.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
I don't know about all that, but I know I can get you some floors.
The holidays are approaching.
That's right, Clay. They are at flooringdirect.dfw.com/DZ. You can upgrade your floors. They will come to you. That's the direct part. They say, look at these floors. New floors, man. And if they replace your floors, they're not going to leave it a mess day to day. They're going to clean up behind themselves. You're not going to have to hire furniture movers to come back in and move all that back. We've heard that other flooring companies, they'll just leave your shit wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what you're going to get from Dan, the Flooring Direct man. What you'll get is great deals. In-home carpeting right now, by Thanksgiving on in-stock stuff, or they'll give you $500. Try them,
Thanksgiving's only a couple weeks away.
Try them.
Ridic.
He wouldn't. FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ. Upgrade those floors. Do it the easy way. Do it the most affordable way, as they'll meet and beat any offer at FlooringDirectDFW.com. New floors, man. Yeah.
The holidays are approaching.
With Pat.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices.
Pretty close.
Flooring Direct.
Last Nico thing. You're going to see this happening online. We were here, right? We were not parachuting in. We were here for the whole thing. There's already this thing where you're going to see people in the national media say that Nico's a scapegoat and that this was all Patrick Dumont completely, and that, Dumont admitting to that kid that they had made a mistake was somehow vindication of that argument, that Nico was just simply carrying the water for the big bad white man. And it largely seems to break down on racial lines, and it's horseshit. I see it happening. Black media members, black guys who worked in the league, just coming out and trying to act like, there's another case of a black man being railroaded for a white guy's plans. Fuck that. That's not what happened. Everybody here knows what happened. It was a guy who got on a power trip, and a power vacuum was created by feckless leadership. If anything, I think Nico's got some racial issues that he's clearly carrying around. I've thought that since he started talking. And when I find out yesterday that he had Drew Holiday on an internal document as the same level of player of Nikola Jokic, it didn't help me to feel differently about that. But even if you leave that part of it aside, because I don't need it to make this argument, the argument on the other side that somehow he was forced to do this and is just fucking Job over here, miss me.
I don't buy that at all, but I do. What I'm trying to say is, don't give Dumont a pass because now he's He's made it right.
No, and
he was as involved, if not.
And I think
he could have been more. But
and he ultimately could have stopped it. If he were a better leader, if he were a person who had accomplished anything on his own in his life, maybe he would have. And that's a fine point. But Nico cooked this and then stood by it. So, I don't know. The race baiting thing on, they're sacrificing another black guy. I can't stand it.
Do you want to hear this? Well, you don't, but I'm going to play it for you anyway. This was the Lakers postgame last night.
Yeah.
Luca over here. Nico Harrison was fired by the Mavericks yesterday. I know you've spoken about closure regarding the trade. I just wanted to get your reaction to, or what your thoughts were on seeing the news of his firing.
Look, I mean, just city of Dallas, the fans, players, they always have a special place in my heart. You know, I thought I was gonna stay there forever, but I didn't. So there'll always be a special place for me. Always I can call it home. But right now I'm focused on the Lakers, you know, trying to move on. But obviously always there's going to be part of me in there. But just trying to move on, focus on what we're doing here.
With Nico now gone, and you obviously have a lot of fans back in Dallas, is there a world in which you could ever see yourself playing for that franchise ever again, perhaps one day down the road?
Right now, I'm just focused on the Lakers, man. Like, there's no further comments.
So that last part, he was stoic, pretty much Blake-faced throughout the whole thing, no emotion. When he was asked about, can you ever see yourself playing in Dallas, he smiled real big. And was like, and you know his smile.
I miss it.
Infectious. We all love it. He's coming back.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Don't do that. You can't do that.
Don't even take that off the
maybe
recording.
Maybe she'll take me back.
Dude.
You can't do that, dude.
She's coming back.
Move on.
Oh, we're going to
She's
stop
not
hanging
coming
out
back.
with
Might be a
you.
while.
She's getting railed by someone else.
Dude, and she's loving it.
Loving it.
Like, you never made her like that.
She doesn't think about you anymore.
It is over.
You know, someone else told me that when LeBron James was playing for Miami, that he would never come back. But, no, I guess you guys know.
Let's check in with the people.
Guess you guys know everything.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, Uncle Hotmail. Hey, Uncle Hotmail. Uncle Hotmail, look at me.
This is brought to us by Frankel & Frankel, personal injury attorneys, 214 or 817, then dial all threes. You get in an accident, think of Frankel & Frankel. They are the best. They'll get you what you deserve. They used to work for the insurance companies, or they have guys that did, and they know their dirty tricks. So call Frankel & Frankel. Remember, personal injury attorneys, Frankel & Frankel.
Got one from Jillian, who identifies herself as a 51-year-old married female subscriber with 2 children. Hey now. She's weighing in because her kids participate in club sports. We were talking about Ken Paxton.
Oh, you have kids? I got kids too.
I mean,
we should talk about it.
I love sports too.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
man,
a coach.
I've been through it. Yeah, you know, it does take a lot of time, but it's really worth it.
Kids seem to really vibe with it. We were talking about the Dallas Stars and the fact that they're being sued by the state of Texas for antitrust violations, and we were discussing the stay to play stipulations on a lot of these tournaments, where if you want to play in a Stars held tournament and they have all the ice, you have to stay at one of their corporate partner hotels in a block of rooms they've already purchased. They get the discounted rate. They charge you sometimes even extra. And I've been out of the game for a long time. I feel like my youth, again straddling 2 eras, select baseball was just starting like when I was in high school. Maybe junior high, so we're talking like 2000 to 2002. It was a foreign thing, and now seemingly it's what everybody tries to get their kids to do regardless of level of skill. She said, my 17-year-old son plays club baseball, 15-year-old daughter club soccer. Stay to play is not exclusive to hockey or the Stars. The tournaments will compare the names of the teams on your roster to the names of people who actually stayed at the hotel. They will check.
And then what?
They won't let you play. She says, while I agree it's a complete racket, it is happening in all of youth sports. Thank you to Jillian. Like, what if you live, how far? What if you're a couple hours away? I got family here. I'm going to stay with them. No. Why don't you go pick up Berline on the way in, too?
Damn.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Uncle Hotmail, for the Stream Team show on November 23rd, if the void isn't filled and you've got room, I'd like to offer my services as an FAA Part 107 certified drone pilot to add production value to the stream.
What?
I will arrive a little early and get some establishing shots of the den. I have the standard Mavic-type drone you're probably familiar with.
Oh, yeah, the Mav.
Totes.
Yeah,
as well as several FPV-style drones for some added flair. From Chris. Yeah, I don't know what he wrote there, any of that stuff, except that I do think it would be cool if we had a, Dragon Den had some, like, blimp-like shots over the Dragon Den.
Yeah.
But then you always have a camera shot of the blimp. So we'll need to record that as well.
Yeah, we can. The Qualis.
So we'll have camera shots of the drone.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the thing. Qualis has a drone.
But they can still bring the aerial shots to you.
Qualis Roofing brings you our
aerial coverage of tonight's Stream Team. It's just floating over Dan's house. There's a lake. That sounds amazing.
Should we do that?
FPV drones, first-person view.
FPV? Well, what other view could you have?
I don't know. People were doing drone Pinot for a little bit. I remember.
Pinot?
Porno.
What does that mean?
Like you would, it was
a drone like hanging out outside someone's apartment window,
but it was professional. It wasn't even like surreptitious or voyeuristic. It was like I've seen it. It starts with like a sick ass view of like outside, and you're like, this is a nature thing, and then it goes over and it's two people out in nature.
Oh, they're outside doing it?
Yeah, I know you like it.
Sure. When's the last time you had outdoor relations?
Not as long as you think.
Oh, really? Okay.
I got a tall fence.
Had a renovation going on.
Don't shake your head at me, Nipple Blake.
Where were the kids?
They're not always there. I can confidently tell you, I don't know about you, I don't think I've ever made love with either one of them in the house.
Interesting.
Maybe like when one was a baby and immobile, but by the time it got to you could walk in, it's never happened, ever.
Does your office count as the house? Because that's separate.
No. Or for this purpose, yes.
Oh, for this? Okay, so you have not.
I've not.
Do you have you done the outdoor thing, Blake?
I don't think I ever have.
Ever?
No.
Like, I remember in college going to visit my girlfriend and going out into the woods behind her house.
Yeah, so Ohio, but I love it.
Just because, you don't want to be in the house with her parents. So, yeah.
Where I grew up, we had a place called the Garden of Prayer, which was like a little trail over by this church. And it was like a path, and people would go there and smoke weed and get hanges.
You ever do it like in a bathroom, Blake? Like
like that lady in the Witten jersey when they
bar?
opened the Cowboys stadium?
You ever do it at Cowboy? Have you ever done it at a stadium?
Mm-mm.
Because the old
pretty boring.
Can't remember what it was called. The Convocation Center at Ohio University, though, would be empty, and you could get in there. And I would run the stairs or something. But sometimes you go there with your girlfriend.
Yeah, I wish.
Never in a stadium. All these stadiums that you've been to.
I'm boring, man.
How about a radio engineer truck?
No.
Not even you and Killer?
You never took a girl in the engineer truck. Kind of show her around.
What?
Little make out?
It's a 5-speed.
Have you ever made out
with
with someone at a stadium?
No. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you something.
I want
I'm sorry.
all the fun Blake sex stories.
I told you my nipple ring got pulled out one time. That's about it. But with the kid, I don't know. There's a lock on the bedroom door that we found out works.
I don't. If they came in and you were,
Because the kid couldn't get out when you were.
I got one here from Adrian. I was telling you guys about this the other day when our moms and aunts started saying the term bling bling. Previously only used in rap songs. Adrian said, I remember vividly the Jostens representative talking to us about high school cap and gown options, trying to sell us the new bling bling tassel and the most glossy stepdad cringeworthy the other day, or cringeworthy way. I searched Google the other day. They're still selling said tassel on their website. Like, you think when Lil Wayne came up with that, he was like, I bet a
graduation cap.
Let me tell you something. This right here is the racket, right? This Jostens and these type of houses.
Oh my God! Yeah, you have no other place to go.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a mafia.
I have a couple anchored phrases. One from Mace, who I've been to his house, and he didn't really even listen to the show, but his kid had a kick-ass birthday party, and I loved it.
Fantastic.
Flabbergasted. Is it 2 words?
That's not 2 words, though, is it?
Yeah, it's
one
word.
I think you. I like that this part of Anchor Words where we just teach Blake English.
How about this one from Zach? Squandered.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. What did you think Gasted?
Fortune.
What did you think Gasted meant?
I'm here to report what somebody sent me.
Okay, I'm going to read every email I got, too.
I got one for...
I don't get many of them.
I got one for Anchor Phrases, though, and it's Spangled. Which it feels like it might be on the list.
What else is spangled besides... What do you spangle with besides stars?
Yeah. This
and then what besides
big, beautiful
a banner?
banner. And he says, #bring Spangled back.
I got a really weird one. Which was from like a hastily created Gmail address, with just like numbers and a couple letters.
Love those.
But he says, I have to tell someone. Why not my buddies at the Dumb Zone? And he writes, Dear Conqueror of the Queef Cave.
Like that one, Joe.
I send this from a burner email address because I'd like to stay anonymous. I could tell that both you and Jake know me personally, though. I lived my entire life squarely in the middle of the middle class. Money has been tight for the last couple years, but things have been manageable. Without getting into how it happened, it was not the lottery, in parentheses. In the blink of an eye, I now have a net worth of $158 million.
Damn.
It was finalized yesterday, and I've been completely numb. I haven't told a soul. The only people that know are the lawyers and the finance people. I want to see how long I can go without anyone becoming suspicious. Any tips on what you guys would do to enjoy the money a little, but also keep a super low profile?
Donate it to a podcast or something.
I just went from making it by, but being pretty paycheck to paycheck to F it, I'm going to live forever. It feels good to at least be able to tell someone, do I have enough to buy the ticket and fire Cat? From your friend. And I, would have a little back and forth with him. Like, after a few days, I didn't really pay attention to it. And then he kind of like hit me back. I guess it's a he. I just can assume it's a he. Because a lady would have told everybody right away.
That's the first thing.
There's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
And he's claiming it's absolutely real. I said, could I read it on the air? Yeah. And he said, I'll try to give you a hint here and there. Maybe you guys will guess it, and or maybe you'll guess it. So I don't know, though.
Guess like who it is?
Yeah. He says we know him. Now, I don't know how well. I'm a pretty popular guy. I know a lot of people. Most people want to be me and want to know me.
I'd rather be this guy.
I like his bit, though.
Well, I
if
think
this
the
is
first
real.
question,
if this
obviously,
is real.
is do you have a job that you have to go to? Because that's going to be the place where, one, if you don't show up, people are going to be like, what happened?
Yeah.
And if you do show up, most of us, we don't really have to, which is the greatest thing about my life. But most people, when they go to a job, they have to change who they are to get the check. And if you don't need that check anymore, I think it's going to be pretty obvious to people when you show up and don't change who you are anymore. Because for most people, they get out of that fucking Camry.
Yeah, but maybe
they tighten that tie up and
it's
they're
the
like,
fun.
oh, God bless it.
The fun of it will.
Hey, how's
let
your
you-
weekend?
Immediately. So now, whenever that guy's like, shut up, bitch.
But now, okay, how
Like,
about this, though?
He's going to have to act extremely subservient despite knowing he's in charge, which is hard to do.
Now, I don't know that it would be hard knowing what you know. That I could turn at any time.
It would be hard for me. I'm exposing to you what would be
Yeah.
hard for me.
You got to save it for the right moment.
Dan very likely could pull this off for a 99th percentile amount of time. And I also don't think he
Like,
would
I might
do-
have written this.
I don't think he would do anything like super. Like, I would keep doing the show, but as I've told you, I would pay like $1 million to get Shane on tomorrow or whatever. I would do the show once a month from Hawaii and have you guys down there, and we do, you know what I mean? I would, but if you have a regular job though, there aren't that many people that are going to be able to hold their tongue whenever the boss is like yellow and pops his head in the door.
I'm also not buying
Run
the
a little
ticket
late
and
this morning?
firing anyone. I'm hiring people away.
When the boss says about those TPS reports,
Yeah,
you're just
not going to take. Yeah. Now, and I think probably the radio thing, your financial advisor is going to tell you that's a bad idea.
To hire people away?
No, to buy a radio station.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Doesn't seem to be a burgeoning.
probably good there.
Yeah.
Well, God bless him, man. I mean, the
Yeah.
first thing I would do, I think we would all do, is you call your parents and you're like, look, you're good.
I don't know.
I would, but
you also got to go to the doctor and get every checkup available because
Yes.
living matters now.
Now
and
you want
you
to
have
live.
the money to live.
The big scan.
You have the money to do
Give
it.
me the stuff that you've been giving Jerry.
Dude, because somebody told
Give
me
me
they
the
did
stuff
that.
that's
Give me the
keeping
new
all these
blood.
rich guys away. Yeah.
Soroy told me he did that recently. It's like $2,000.
Well, bring him
for
in.
like an easy one to get the scan, but he was like, it was the greatest peace of mind. Yeah, you could get. So, yeah, if he's here, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, we went late.
Mike,
Soroy's already?
Mike or Cash? Got
What's
it
up,
done.
CDS?
Which one of you got the scan, the $2,000 scan?
Both.
But you didn't pay for it.
Yep.
Mike, you're muted. Hey, one
I
more.
love the muted. You can hear him say,
Hey.
One more quick one here from Paul. Paul has a Roseanne submission, Clayton, and I'll let these guys weigh in if they'd like to. This is one that you might not see at first glance, but I think it's coming. It's English talk show host Piers Morgan,
"Oh man,
who has some jowls that are and already kind of has the pockmarked red face,
Kinda puffy.
Kind of puffy. Puffy is a part of Roseanne, so that's a Roseanne watch list for Piers Morgan there. Hey guys.
Hi.
Before we transition in, you want to plug Lucy?
Yeah, hell yeah. The first thing I'd do is I'd.
What does she look like?
Hey, I would order a home made of Lucy. I would just have an entire like teepee constructed out of nicotine pouches.
So if you got $158 million or whatever that guy got,
Correct.
okay.
But I still
What
wouldn't pay
happens
full
when
price.
when it rains?
I'm just out there sucking up the juices from the breaker. I'm an 8 milligram apple ice guy. I informed Soroy yesterday that with Lucy, we go to 12. We go to 12 mgs. But we don't go to full
What
price.
about tossing a couple of 12s in? Just live a little.
Lucy.co/dumbzone. The promo code's dumbzone.
You go that high?
Get you 20%
Oh,
off.
okay.
Dude, in Canada, this is probably not time for the spot. Free shipping and a 30-day refund policy. Lucy.co, promo code dumbzone, 20% off. Get you some nicotine pouches. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age. Every order is age verified. Warning: this product contains nicotine, addictive chemical.
Okay.
I thought 9 was as high as we went.
And then Jake told me about Lucy. Always up in the game, man.
And always
Good.
tobacco free.
You're back in the game?
What? I enjoy a nice Lucy, if that's the question.
Yeah. All right.
There's a lot that happened in the last 2 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This
boys
is
and girls,
amazing.
children of all ages, it is time for DeeZ's Picks.
All right, say everything you said again.
I just think it's been a great 2 minutes on the Dumb Zone. A fascinating email to receive, and the fact that you played it so well by just ignoring and not responding to the guy and making him comment again.
That is the Dan way.
I know, but not with $158 million. Dude, this is going to work.
Yeah, so Roy's already found that guy's house.
Oh, he's trying to. You want me to ask him to give me money?
Well, not literally ask him, but here's the thing. Generational wealth people like protect it more, but a guy like that who's middle class and knows actually, holy shit, I'm in that same boat. I would absolutely maybe take, $60 million and put it in some safe long-term thing to ensure that any grandkids I might have would still have money.
Okay.
And then you spend 40, 60 million just doing the most fun shit with fun people that are your friends, shit that you know that they have wanted to do their whole lives. I mean, you can just make dreams come true of everyone who's been impactful to you your entire life, assuming you're like a good person.
Oh,
and someone like
there's
that
the
would
problem.
do it.
Yeah, I would want to. I could now do nothing. I can now literally do nothing if I want, and that's my dream.
100%.
That's the fun stuff for me.
Yeah,
not doing things.
Right.
I don't have to talk to people. But
You can buy a map, Dan.
But I love the
learn.
idea of
and learn.
I've often thought, though, if
The
I
whole
ever
world.
came into money like that, I would love to not tell anybody and see how long I could do it.
Yeah, and that is, it would be cool. Again, I would like to let my mom know the second she's able to, she's done working. So my deal would be up. I would call
I'll
my
let her
mom.
sweat for a while.
No, fuck that. No way.
Yeah.
You call the mom and you say, put that, whatever you're doing, put it down.
Oh, I guess you want SNAP benefits, too. Geez, man. Get to work, I say. Get to
Thing
work.
is, parents aren't going to keep their mouths shut, though.
What, do you give $1
They're
to
gonna tell all their friends?
homeless guy? Not me.
Who's this character?
I don't know. I don't know. We're just having fun.
Trust me, I'm going to be giving plenty of money to the homeless because if I got $158 million, I'm punching one of them clean the F out every week on Friday morning and handing them about $20K.
I know a couple.
Just stand
You
here.
just
and let
have
me
it scheduled.
Just wail. You remember when Tyrell would do that, Mr. Robot?
Mhm.
He'd put on gloves. And they'd take him under a bridge, and you just beat the guy. He's like, all right.
I have a couple of pieces of audio. One is so this will lead us to football talk because we got our football buddies here. We pick games with them every week. It is Cirque du Soleil. They have a program tonight. You can check it out on YouTube. And every Thursday and every Tuesday. So they say. Anyway, the Shoddy press conference, not really a lot of fun, right? It was mostly about Marshawn Nealon. It was all about Marshawn Nealon, just about. And you could just kind of jump into any part of it. Like it was 25 minutes long.
You know, there's been a lot of conversations with people that are clearly more of an expert than I am.
It's like anywhere I jump, it's very serious, right?
And the way they've handled this, we had a Zoom meeting on.
You know what I mean? This is not the Shoddy you've ever heard before.
We're going to give each other grace and time. But I do promise you this, these guys will be ready to play against the Raiders. And we will honor Marshawn with how we play, not just against the Raiders, but for the rest of the season.
That's a weird one to say, only because what if you don't do well? Does that mean you didn't know?
Football league is.
You didn't love him enough.
It's an amazing fraternity, and I feel blessed, and I know our players do to be a part.
Okay, so it's a very, very serious. So you're like, gosh, there's not going to be any football questions, are there? Wait.
Oh, no.
Hard to hear the pain that some of these guys are dealing with, but it was also very uplifting to hear the strength from other guys, and that's the beauty of a team, right? Like when one side of the ball is playing good, the other side of the ball has to pick them up. When one guy's hurting, someone else has to pick them up. If the head coach is hurting, someone's got to pick me up. And I won't. Now I'm hurting. And these guys have picked me up, and I've picked them up. And that's what we're going to continue to do because we love one another. And it's what a family does.
Brad Sham, Cowboys Radio 105.3 The Fan. In other news, you mentioned the two defensive backs you claimed a couple times.
No!
Wow.
That's an all-timer.
Other news.
You're dirty.
He's a treasure.
You're dirty.
Wow. I cannot believe that.
Unedited?
Can we move on?
You know why you can't believe it?
Because he's dirty.
That didn't happen.
Okay, In other news.
Let's get back to the two, especially the question being the two defensive ends you just got. Well, you just lost one.
That was from the Micah press conference.
Can we move on?
Just thought we'd have some fun.
He's stepping over the body.
Speaking of shoddy, though, I do have Kevin Stefanski was sending a shout-out to Shoddy. He didn't say it overtly.
Kevin, just what progress have you seen from Dylan start 1 to start 5? What areas have you seen drastic improvement?
Well, I think with young quarterbacks, Darryl, it's understanding that there's going to be ups and downs. Can Dylan play better? Yes, he can. Can we play better around him? Yes, we can. Can we coach him better? Yes, we can. So
the triple.
Yep.
And my final piece of football audio for you folks is Jameis Winston is getting the start this week for the New York Football Giants. Are they going to Green Bay?
No.
Is this anyone's triple? Nope. They're at home against Green Bay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want fans to know that I'm going to do my best. Obviously I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution, and just play ball, man. Like, this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old. And I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm going to be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton reference if y'all don't know.
Hell yeah.
Don't you wish the Cowboys got him as their backup? He was there. Why not?
Yeah, no, I would much prefer that. He's a vibes guy. Shoddy would love him.
I know. Anyway, if nobody else has football audio, we can look at D's picks versus Cirque du Soleil.
Rough week last week.
For the good guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a tough day.
Yeah, we were 12 games up, and I think now a mere 9. Chipping away. How was your week last week? Bad?
Yeah, no, the tech thing really screwed me. It was a weird game. They were never really in it. It doesn't matter. The point is I had a terrible week. There was no Cowboy game to float me. But we're back now, baby.
It was the power of the triples last week because you guys went 0-3, we went 3-0, and essentially you were better than us at every other game, but we picked up a little ground. So
you guys went 3-0 on triples? Damn.
Yeah,
it's what we do.
Listen to this guy. He's real
we
cocky.
We definitely cannot pick NFL games.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What's your record against the NFL?
60-87.
Well,
that's the bugaboo.
If there's anything I know about Danny Bayless, it's he loves his Saturdays.
I know. Yeah,
college
he's a college
football
guy.
Saturday. He's always
where they'd play for free.
Yeah, so what? We're up to 300 games now? We've picked exactly 300 games. The Dumb Zone with 145, correct? Mm-hmm. The Cirque with 136. And Jake, how many games have we picked? 100 games each person. So Jake has 58 wins out of 100. It's easy to figure out percentages this week. Mike Soroy with 51 wins. Me.
Coin flip Mikey.
I've got 47 wins. So only two guys above 500. Cash with 43. He is slowly creeping up the charts. Can Cash Soroy win this whole thing? Danny with 42, and then Blake with 40, who I think went up against Cash in a triple play, and that's probably what lost you the thing, right?
Never challenge a Soroy to a game of Are You Pussy?
Yeah, no. Couple quick payoffs here. We were somehow randomly talking just about having your wife on the show and how excruciating that would be. I think I referenced my wife reads a lot of books. I wish we could have her on. We just can't. The payoff is loser has to host an hour with their wife. If Danny
I'm
is
good with that.
This is from Letty. If Danny is involved, oh no, this one's from Travis. If Danny is involved and loses, he has to find the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader he smoked meth with and just have that awkward conversation for an hour. Then to top it off, when the loser gets divorced due to this 1 hour, Dan can read the divorce petition in viewer mail. He wants to host for an hour with your wife. I don't think that would go well for Dan right now. Then our other idea from Letty. We have the Bang Bus out at Rangers opening day every year. Noxie comes out there. There's a big group of listeners. They have a big party bus out there. Opening day this year is Good Friday, and they say they need a Jesus and an Easter bunny present for the tailgate that day.
That is not a payoff.
You just got to walk around dressed like Jesus?
Do you feel like that's a good payoff? That'd just be more fun.
I'm not the guy to ask.
Or a bunny? Who wouldn't want to be wearing a bunny?
Be hot.
Yeah.
But other than that, all right. So we're throwing payoffs out here because we still don't have one.
We pretty much do.
I really want to ride the Chiefs wave. I know they lost last week, but I feel like it doesn't really change who they are.
Oh, are we picking now? You're picking?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And Jared's been taking the Chiefs just because it didn't work once. It feels like.
I don't think they lost last week. I think they were on a bye.
Week before they lost one of the games since they've been back that we thought they were back.
Buffalo.
They lost
at Buffalo.
Yeah. Where? And then you know who beat Buffalo after that?
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I heard about that.
Did you hear that Mike McDaniel drove by a Buffalo Bills watching party bar after the game?
Oh, yeah.
Just rolled the window down slow.
In like a $250,000 car.
To troll their fans,
Leaned his Uzi out of the passenger window.
A bunch of people took pictures of it.
It did look very Grand Theft Auto. Like
Vice City.
They asked him about it at his press conference, and he was like, AI? Who knows? Who knows what they can do with AI?
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Cowboys Raiders is super tasty. You know, the Marshawn bump. I feel like that gets him over there. But I am going to take the season-defining game for the preseason Heisman Trophy favorite. I'm taking Arch Manning in Texas +6 at Georgia Saturday night. The transformation is complete. Arch has been playing great, and I think this is one where people are like, "Oh yeah, he's awesome. We forgot." Let's just give me the triple on Texas.
By how much?
They get 6.
They're getting 6.
Mm-hmm.
Triple play.
And of course, I'll take the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Cowboy game. Is Cowboys favored by 3.5.
Again.
In elevation.
Quinnen, emotion.
That's the thing about the emotion. You could get the bump.
You have to wait till after.
Right, to decide how this game affected them. But it does seem like the Raiders are kind of circling the drain. Doesn't seem like that whole. They should have treated Pete Carroll like the NFL treated Bill Belichick.
Team like that.
Yeah, I think you're kind of old.
Busted up team, backup quarterback, just spare ass West Coast team. They could never just beat the Cowboys in a must-win game like the Cardinals just did.
I mean, yeah, if the Cowboys somehow lose this game.
We're just delaying the inevitable, but yes, it would be over.
Okay, Mike Soroy.
Thank you for having me and us on the show. We had another team meeting this week. Thank you. And we had just open discourse. I'm like, Danny, can Danny Bayless pick better? Yes, he can. Can Cash Soroy choose better in these games? Yes, he can. I looked in the mirror. Can I choose better even though I'm doing better than them? Yes, I can. College, pro, yes, we can do better at all of them. So I feel like we're going to keep the momentum going. I am a believer in Quinnen Williams more so than my brother. I think this dude is good enough to actually make like a seeable difference in how good their defense is, and I'm taking the Cowboys -3.5 to I think they should be able to score too. So give me the Cowboys, single play there. Triple, I am more excited about this triple than any other. Cash, you might freak out on this. I told you a few weeks ago we have something called the home unranked favorite versus ranked team. It's one of my favorite trends in football. I'm 0 for 1 with this particular trend in Picks with Friends, but I still believe in it and support it. And we have a game in Durham, North Carolina.
Home unranked favorite versus a ranked team.
Yes, home unranked favorite versus ranked team.
And who do you pick in that?
I am taking the Manny Diaz coached Duke Blue Devils as a -4 favorite at home against Virginia, who my models think is a fraud. I am taking.
Models?
Yeah, my models show that Virginia is full of shit. Duke -4. The Fighting Manny Diazes are my triple play this week.
I love it.
And Cash and I will get the pure joy of being in the building because we are going to the Duke Virginia game this weekend.
Damn, dude, picking on presents is always
And I have direct access to the head coach.
Can you ask him if they can get stop
of this triple play?
Could they try to get stop?
Wait, with Mike, we know his employment status and everything. He's now traveling to go to college football games. He's just having fun every weekend. Is he the guy that – are you – give me a hint. You're the guy that won $158 million? The guy said he'd be giving me hints here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, last weekend I was miserably poor, and I've not been on a trip in about a year. This weekend, fired up. We're going to Duke.
Okay, so I'm next. Oh, go ahead.
We're also actually well, I'm excited about this, and it's a little sport, but we're going on Friday night to Cameron Indoor. First game ever to see Duke basketball play at home, which, on the big gay bucket list of sports
is awesome.
on there somewhere, which I'm pretty stoked about. So we're going to have a good time and hit a little triple in North Carolina.
Coach K. Who's the coach there? Who can name the coach?
I can't. They've been through
the other guy.
Manny Diaz's friend.
Flip Skipperson.
It's John
Cherokee
Shire.
Parks.
Let me ask you guys this, because I saw this in the news, and I thought I'm going to ask the Cirque Boys this. Do you know who won the American League Cy Young?
Google.
I'll give you a couple of hints. One is he plays for the Tigers. And two, he won it last year as well.
Back to back.
And I read his name and I thought...
He already said it.
Who?
Tariq Skubal.
Is that who it is?
Yeah. I mean, I knew he won.
Is it? I learned that name for the first time 5 seconds ago. Tariq Skubal.
Or as I knew
Tariq, I don't know how people say it.
Why don't they go back to...
Well, go to where?
I don't know.
He doesn't look like you think he does. I promise you that. Now, he had a game against the Rangers this year where, yes, as a white man named Tariq, he had like 14 strikeouts. He's a freaking problem. It's fun.
Schemes
as evidenced by the fact that he just won a Cy Young again.
Usually means you're a problem.
I'm here to declare...
baseball talk, Dan.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Nice baseball talk, Dan.
I just want to throw it in there. A little sports talk, It is my turn to pick. I will pick the Raiders to cover at home.
Hater.
Cowboys to win. It'll be a tight one. Brandon Aubrey, last-second field goal.
From 70.
In the elevation.
Okay.
We have some tasty nugs on the schedule, I think. I'm interested in Lions at Eagles. Eagles favored by 2.5. Lions, they're coming off a big win where Dan Campbell took over play calling. Did you see that?
I did.
Did you see the very opportune time he chose to take over play calling?
No.
When they're playing Washington. Washington, who just lost by 20, he takes over play calling. Now they lose by 20 again. I think that's tasty, but I'm not going to take it. I also think kind of tasty is the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore on their third straight road game. Lamar Jackson might still be hurt. This is always the Browns' Super Bowl, facing Baltimore. But I just looked. Dylan Gabriel, still their starting quarterback. We're going to stay away from the Browns. But what we are going to see here is more elevation. You've got that Denver Broncos at 8-2 facing Kansas City at 5-4. That doesn't seem right that those are the records. Boy, if Kansas City loses this game, you could be really talking about they're not going to win the division. This is kind of a must-win game. Patrick Surtain still out. Patrick Mahomes coming off a loss.
Oh, yeah.
Andy Reid coming off a bye.
Don't hurt him, Hammer.
That's an easy triple play for
Yes!
Kansas City.
Thank you. I was hoping somebody would put the skin in game. Hell yeah. Big ups.
Now we go to, or do you want to give a plug to a sponsor first?
No, we're fine.
Oh.
We're fine for now.
Well, then let's
We got
go
some other
to
stuff.
Cash Saroy.
You guys hear Jelaine Maxwell is getting unlimited toilet paper and preferential treatment in prison?
Yeah, I did. I heard that they're also letting her bump donuts with the Theranos lady.
Yeah.
Bump donut.
Now that's something, huh?
That's new.
Uncle Jake.
I just like to bring breaking
Are they in the
news.
same prison?
Yeah.
My God, that's so great.
I'd pay to watch that on pay-per-view.
Hell yeah.
I like them both.
Is there
on
something
the
wrong?
screen.
Like, is that a headline like she has unlimited toilet paper? I would want that. I don't want somebody with a dirty backside walking around the prison.
Especially not her. But, yeah, I mean, anytime there's a story about
'Cause
prison,
it's probably
not
that
like,
thin toilet. It's not like Charmin.
No.
Yeah.
Single
Not
ply, bro.
Yeah, you're going to need unlimited.
Right. You're wrapping it around your hand 100 times. And we've all been
Do
there.
the bear paw.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Cash Saroy.
All right, boys. I've been pretty good with the Cowboys actually, as far as things go, and I'm really not comfy with this freaking pick. Not confident. Raiders only have 2 wins, but they've played close games against some good teams recently. You got Geno Smith, who's been playing like shit. He's getting arguments with his sideline mates, and then he's getting run over because they won't block for him. And Ashton Gentry has not done anything like he's supposed to do.
Chip Kelly,
However,
baby.
They haven't played the Cowboys defense, who makes everybody look amazing. So I like points. I like the Raiders plus 3.5. And yes, I was prepared to go the same route as Mikey because the Duke Blue Devils are getting the Cirque bump. And something that he
That's the
forgot to
first thing
mention
that you would
is-
have known about if Mike won the $158 million. The Cirque bump.
Right. Yeah. I definitely thought that was something else.
To my
it is also
understanding, it
very
is.
probable.
8 to 10.
It's
Tuesdays
also
and
very probable. It's also very probable that we could be on the sideline for the game, for the entirety of the game.
Oh.
So
Like
all of that was going to
headset?
factor in.
Manny
You
giving
need
you
a
guys a
little- You need a
headset?
little Woody Hayes on some guy running down the sideline.
Sure.
Yeah, give him the business. But since Mikey triple played him, I can't. So I'll take Western Kentucky to cover 13.5 at home against Middle Tennessee.
Wow.
Wow.
Triple play.
USA.
That's a subscription pick right there.
Wow.
What are you
Danny?
talking about? The Hilltopper? Maverick McIver to Matthew Henry all day?
Shut up.
Come on.
We can
Somebody
hear you
look at
reading.
their searchable PDF file today.
Yeah.
You cannot stop Lavelle Wright at the goal line.
Geez, I'm just looking at these now. You mentioned your Cowboy, right? I'm 2-7.
Because you're a hater.
All right, Danny Bayless.
Hey, you're with me. You're with me, Dan.
Mikey took Cowboys, Cash Took Raiders. I'll take Cowboys. I can't see them losing 3 in a row. I mean, I can. But
I was gonna say.
not to them. There's no way, right? Who's with me?
Yay.
Jake and Mikey are. Triple play. Coming off the week of the most unlikely triple play possibly ever, tripling Miami against Buffalo.
Walk in the park.
That worked. I don't know how.
But you could save some of those points, huh?
The thing that's funny is I almost picked Green Bay last week at home over Philadelphia and tripled them. I can't see them going into New York and not just absolutely demolishing the Giants by obviously more than the 7 that the Giants are getting. And they are going to go there and just smear Jameis in the greatest city in the world.
Damn.
Triple play.
Packer. Triple play.
Who's their coach?
Kafka, who I believe was once a Cowboy camp hand. Mike Kafka, is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that like a food at a Mediterranean restaurant?
It definitely sounds like it.
New coach bump?
I'll have the Kafka, vegetables, and rice, please.
Remember this last year? Didn't the Saints
Or
get
not.
this little bump?
Yeah. I mean, it happens sometimes, but the Cowboys just had a guy die, and you guys are denying that bump. So, the Dayball bump, get it out of here. By the way, Dayball's the one who drafted Jackson Dart. You know, you kept doing like how does this Joe Sheen guy have a job? Well, you know how they had all those cameras in there during the offseason? He didn't want anything to do with Dart.
How does Joe Shane have a job?
The only thing they have is Dart.
Are they going to let Joe Shane hire the next head coach?
That's what they say.
Like, he's the guy.
Patrick Dumont School of Ownership.
Daboll's job wasn't to let Saquon walk?
No.
Or to lock up Daniel Jones and then let Daniel Jones walk?
He's a slippery fella.
Anyway, Blake Jones.
I believe in the death bump. It was definitely apparent when Romo went up to Cincinnati and they won that one for Jerry Brown.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders stink. The Cowboys can score. I like Cowboys -3.5. For the triple,
that column's a wash.
I sense a theme, Daniel.
I'm going to go to the desert.
Oh, Chip.
I see BYU only favored by 4.5 against the Horned Frogs, who just took an absolute dump at Amon G. Carter last Saturday. BYU got embarrassed in Lubbock. They are going to whip some Horned Frog ass. Give me some BYU -4.5 for my triple.
Sonny safe?
Triple play.
I'm hearing rumblings that he's lost the fan base.
I'm hearing he's taken $1 million from pro-Israel camps, so
whoa,
he's about to get run out.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Dan. Is Vegas north or south of Denver?
Vegas north or south of Denver? So it's one of them?
Oh, yeah.
All right, if it's one of them, it's north. If it's one of them,
and you're undefeated. You're perfect. Everything you do is perfectly incorrect.
Never stop.
It's not north?
I wouldn't have got this. I would have said they're about level.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Vegas is south of Colorado. You know, it's the desert.
Denver
as
is
opposed to being in the
cold,
mountains.
fellas.
Yeah, I know, but
you ski there.
But it's west.
I didn't. You know, the thing is, I don't know where in Nevada Las Vegas is. That's my biggest.
I know you can drive there from L.A.
Yeah,
because they did that in Swingers. Yeah,
that should tell you something.
All right, well. Hey,
hey, what flag is this? You guys want to guess at a flag? Clayton just threw a flag up. We got a state
I do like the flag.
No, I don't want to do it.
Dan,
Goodbye,
Dan, you
guys.
get first chance. Is that the igloo state?
That looked like a beehive. And
everybody
mountains.
tune into Cirque du Soleil tonight.
That was Utah. Bye.
And root against all of their picks this weekend.
They think we're actually matching up picks and thinking about the picks.
You are.
I thought about it right there. All right, you want me to switch a pick? I will. Let's see here. We've already done Lucy. Oh, we're going to do the news. How about brought to us by Poncho?
Poncho,
what do
the
you know
most
about Poncho?
Comfortable outdoor shirts, I guess you'd call it that. They've made fishing shirts out there for a long time, but they're always kind of boxy. They didn't look good. Poncho makes outdoor performance shorts. So whether you're out, I don't know, playing with the family, going camping, or you're producing the Dallas Cowboys national radio broadcast.
Yeah, you need to look good.
A Poncho shirt will do you right. A little bit more tailored. Just a great shirt. It's got SPF built into it, so it's helping you with the sun. It's lightweight. Nothing better than a Poncho shirt. So ponchooutdoors.com/dumbzone. That's PONCHO outdoors.com/dumbzone to get you $10 off and free shipping. Peruse the catalog there online. They got a lot of different options for you and for gift giving at ponchooutdoors.com/dumbzone.
How can we be matching the picks when we picked first?
I just was made aware over the weekend that there's some.
Like we're picking
they're
first.
Hearing, they're chasing ghosts, as you see. They're hearing whispers. I'm like, I think they're doing this because of this or that.
Ooh.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone.
Something's wrong with the audio.
Well, I'm actually going to start with a sports story that I wanted to make sure I got to today. Dan, are you aware of what is happening with Baylor and its sports?
No.
The Baylor athletic director, Mack Rhoades, stepped aside today. And I was intending on doing this story earlier in the week because it was a popular one in the group chat. Mack Rhoades, one of these new agey college ADs, like it used to all be guys that you'd kind of never see or hear from.
And then you got the funny guy from TCU, and he's changed the game.
CDC?
Hasn't he changed the game?
Bless the mood for him, CDC.
He's the funny one.
CDC. Yeah, bless the mood for him. Well, this guy's one of those, I guess. He is also currently serving as the chairperson for the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. Meeting right there at the Gaylord. So he's involved. The first incident that was reported regarding this guy, he was alleged to have taken exception to a gold long-sleeved undershirt that was being worn by their tight end Michael Trigg during their September 20th game against Arizona State.
Pull Trigg.
This kid was pulling Trigg. So he had a yellow long sleeve on, and everyone else was wearing white. And on the sideline before the game, because apparently ADs are just on the sideline before games, he went up to Trigg as the ball was being kicked off to start the game, and while putting his hands on the player, asked him, "What the fuck are you wearing this yellow shirt for?" Multiple assistants were around when the incident occurred. They were about to take the field. The incident festered throughout the game. Assistant coaches trying to calm Trigg down regarding the incident as he's like, what the hell? What is going on? So after the game, as players were making their way around the field to thank fans, which they lost, I think, last-second field goal by Arizona State and Sam effing Howell.
Yeah, Levitt.
As they were getting ready for the school song, Mack Rhoades was standing behind Trigg, the player, and other coaches. Multiple witnesses say that while Trigg went to be with his family, the player, an assistant coach was visiting with that family, probably like doing the, hey, you might have seen what happened there. We're working through it. It's going to be okay. And while he's doing that, the AD comes back up and is like, get the fuck away from him. Get away. Like grabs the coach's arm and is like yelling the whole time. So he stepped down today, or stepped aside. And apparently, it's not even over that. That's something that Baylor says was investigated internally. It's something else. There's another incident. So I don't know if this guy's just fighting people.
They're not saying what the other one is?
No. It's just saying personal reasons, but they did say it's unrelated to that September 20th incident. It stems from another ongoing Baylor investigation into completely different allegations involving Rhoades. You just imagine like running up to some guy, this clown, who looks like he's just maybe getting into the Beast Feast meeting with Bart Rager's car dealerships.
Just feels like
he's going to go up to the dude. This kid is a big boy. He's a D1 tight end that transferred from USC.
Yeah, wouldn't that be I'm going to put this in my notes app, and we'll talk to the head coach about this week if indeed that is a issue that I cared that much about.
Yeah. The sideline before the game. Now, I don't know how this affects Dave Aranda, he of Throw the Midget fame,
right.
But everyone's been calling for him to get fired since the start of the year. Remember his speech, Dan? When he was watching Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh. All right. I'm not against that.
No.
Are we?
But, who knows how this is going to work, because this guy's going to have to take a little bit of a back seat here.
Still getting paid?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. And big news from the government side of things. I told you guys that this was a possibility. The federal hemp ban is now threatening to wipe out THC in Texas. So the bill that they signed, that Trump signed, bans all THC nearly all THC products.
So this is stuff they slide in when, like, oh, no, this is
Bro,
about.
I have the funniest one of those you could imagine. I was watching Fox 4 last night. Oh, I'll kill all that, Blake. I was watching Fox 4, and they're going over what's going to happen with the shutdown, air traffic control, and then I just hear this, wait, what?
The FAA says flight cuts will stay at 6% rather than continuing to go up to 10% as air traffic controllers return to normal operations.
Right.
Checks for federal workers who worked without pay will resume on Friday.
On Friday.
It's better than...
The measure also reverses layoffs of workers that happened during the shutdown, and it includes a measure that would allow 8 Republican senators to potentially collect $500,000 each for being investigated for the January 6th Capitol riot.
I'm sorry, what? What does that have to do with
A little I'm sorry?
Pay me, bitch.
Wow.
Maybe fight this case. $500,000 if you want the Rice Krispie treats back.
That's in there?
Yeah. And then this.
Also hidden in the measure, a reversal of the 2018 Farm Bill loophole, which could effectively end the nation's hemp industry.
Which means legal weed. So any of the stuff that you get in, Early Bird, seltzers, the drinks, the edibles you get that are, Delta 8, Delta 9 that Wheels, Governor Abbott actually fought for whatever reason, to keep, this bill would override all that. So, anyway.
They should have held out.
For weed?
Yeah.
And in a story
And the
that I
other thing.
swear gets done every year of my life, the United States has ended production of the penny.
No, the story has always been that they should.
They're about to. That they should. I mean, I told you guys
But now they did.
On the Denver tour, the tour guide, when he showed the mint, he was like, it actually costs more than a cent to make a penny. No wonder we're in debt.
But that's just my 2 cents.
But we're stopping it. We're stopping it. The penny introduced in 1793. The last time we discontinued a coin was the half cent in 1857.
Half cent?
50-cent piece? I like that. Oh, excuse me, half cent,
half
not half
dollar.
dollar. Half cent. It's half cent. Yeah.
Half cent?
Clayton, you got any half cents?
There was a half cent?
Yeah.
Like
those are actually pretty hard to find. I have a 3-cent piece, though.
Is that some sort of special gang type thing?
Who's on it?
We didn't put people on coins back then, player.
That is
So it's just a cow?
There's a lot of stuff like that I don't think people realize, right? Like putting "In God We Trust." That wasn't always there.
That was like the 50s or something, right?
Yeah. So the idea that we just put people on coins and it's like, oh, that's what you do. No. Because I did a deep dive on the pledge in schools the other day. I don't know why it was odd to me that we still do that, but it feels very arcane. But they do it.
Feels kind of
North Korea.
Russia, yeah.
Yeah.
State. But I guess it is a state institution.
The school?
Yeah.
It is. But in practice, we don't really do a whole lot of like, we demand your fealty and swear this to the United States. But I did look it up in other, it's not common. Mexico does it, but that's about the only other, quote, developed country you're going to find. What other countries do is they make you do it if you're a foreigner, not if you're a native citizen. But if you're a foreigner, yeah, we're going to have you swearing allegiance. There's a quote in this story.
Like every day they just had the foreign kids get up?
I mean, it's probably not every day, but
they certainly do when they give you your citizenship.
Most penny production ended over the summer. There's a quote in here from a man who worked at this mint where they made the last ones. He says, quote, "It's an emotional day for sure." Honey, what's wrong? Well, today was the last day I pressed a penny.
What do you do? What do you think when the grocery store does do you want to round up?
I violently select no. And I kind of let them know that I'm in on the ruse. You know.
Like it's $14.87. We could just make this $15 if you want to donate 13 cents to this.
No, and I think people have told me that that's just to help them duck taxes thing. It's more complicated than that. Don't care. Don't care about the truth anymore.
Duck taxes?
Well, yeah, because they're writing off all
Yeah, that's what I've always thought.
Yeah.
When they're like, do you want to donate this? I'm like, well, wait, if I donate it, now you're going to donate it, and then Kroger gets the write-off.
Yeah. I mean...
What if...
But the average person doesn't know that. You know, I actually think that this is my second, we'll call it gummy thought, politically of the day. There's just a lot of stuff people don't know is happening that if they did know, we'd all be on the same side more. Like, be it tax things or for this company to move here, they give them all this stuff. Like, most of the shit that happens, people don't get to weigh in on. They don't know about. It just happens. But most people would be like, yeah, that's kind of messed up. We shouldn't do that for companies, but it just happens.
So you basically got high and thought if everyone thought the way that I did, they'd agree with me?
Not necessarily think the way I think, but, you know, that's a good take on it. Sure.
You don't have to get high to be thinking that.
You definitely don't. I don't know if you guys care about this or not, but I think it's an interesting story, even though we're not in Dallas. Dallas is basically debating moving out of Dallas City Hall. The city council voted last night that they're going to start looking around. They're going to fire up Zillow.
I don't understand.
Well, they say that it needs a lot of
Dallas.
The city of Dallas. I mean, I don't know if that would necessarily say iconic, but it's pretty.
That's
what about a reno?
Arlington.
Arlington is
like everything else.
They'll
move to Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah. And
They're next to Cowboy Stadium.
Pretty
yeah.
kick-ass. Like the Bowling Hall of Fame.
If they'll build it for free, right? Taxpayer money.
Yeah, that'd be great. Get an abatement for that. They say that it's just a money pit. That they'd be way better off leasing an office tower that they could save between $40 and $100 million over the course of the next decade. That the repairs aren't worth it. That the only reason to stay there is nostalgia. So, and the people who say that they're trying to get out and want them to stay are speculating that the only reason they're trying to get out of this site is so that they can sell it to an NBA team. Because this land has been, on that end of downtown, has been targeted as a potential open site for an arena. And all of a sudden, they're like, we think these repairs are too much. We think we might like to get out of here and just save everybody a lot of money.
Or is there a money trail?
Dude, I feel like all of our local stories are going to trace back to the Adelsons over the next 10 years. Like, what's getting built, who's mad at who, whatever.
And in 10 years, when this is all on fire and a hellscape and a post-apocalyptic situation, we'll know who to blame?
Yeah.
Cars are overturned.
Yeah.
Angelo's like the king of the city. Wearing a big robe.
And we won't get anything from Angelo in it'll be a week or so, right? 2 weeks.
What if he's the guy that got $158 million?
No, I got an Angelo story for you tomorrow.
Okay.
You won't remember.
And then this is an insane story. There's going to be a lot of causation, not correlation here. But a woman who is a Republican congressman's staffer she works in Bayer County, which is down near the hill country. She lived in Uvalde. She died of suicide. This congressional staffer did, and she died of suicide via self-immolation.
Did she do it publicly somewhere? Because I've never heard of self-immolation in the privacy of your own home.
I don't...
Like you're usually making a big scene, protesting something.
No, she was alone in her backyard.
Huh.
But she was a staffer for U.S. Representative Tony Gonzalez, which at the time of the Uvalde shooting, he was the representative of.
The Chiefs tied in?
Is Uvalde the Chiefs?
You said Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, damn. You're a step ahead of me. You know he played basketball also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Isn't
I don't know if they're trying to do a straight this lady was dealing with Uvalde. It's a pretty aggressive way to kill yourself.
Yeah.
And she was on staff.
Also, it's been quite a few years now.
Yeah. I don't know that that's something you shake.
Slow burn.
Hey, there's your news. There's your news.
Sorry.
The Dumb Zone News.
No.
Like
between
and subscribe.
you, Blake, and Joe. That was a good news.
Let's promote Underdog. That's the fantasy. Would you call it fantasy?
I don't even know what you call it. But I know this. It makes
fun.
playing games, it makes watching games more fun.
They should call it Funderdog.
God bless, this guy's on fire. Hey, Underdog, you hear me? That one ain't free, okay? You'll pay us for that one. Underdog Fantasy, fire up a couple players they don't even have to be in games that are playing each other. Pick higher or lower. You could do this for a couple players in Thursday Night Football tonight, make it interesting. I love doing this during baseball. There were a bunch of different props. You could go higher or lower in baseball. Keep you interested inning to inning. So download the app today and use promo code DUMBZONE to get you $100 in bonus funds. That's promo code DUMBZONE, Dan. Anything you're burning on over there? Maybe a little you know what? I'm going to go higher Breece Hall touchdowns, and I'm going to go lower Travion Henderson, and I'm going to make $158 million. Actually, I'm probably not supposed to say that because this is a real company. That was a joke related to something earlier in the show.
Just some comedy in a comedic vein.
A humorous mode
I
was trying to strike. But you know it's no joke. Underdog Fantasy, and the promo code is DUMBZONE.
Download the app today and sign up with promo code DUMBZONE to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code DUMBZONE. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play-and-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgamblining.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NE or text HOPE-NE 467-369.
Thanks, Roseanne.
Let's do a couple of viewer mail birthdays.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Now this place right here, brother.
Let's see. Just a couple today. Mein Fuhrer, I'd like to wish my younger brother Cray. Creagh. You think that's Cray?
Yeah.
Happy Dirk minus T-Mac birthday and his son Xander.
Xander, bro.
A happy Kobe pre-litigation birthday. They also took the 12th off in observation of their birthday and Business Wednesday. Cray's leaders are Blake's brothers-in-law. Xander's leader is Jake's running list of reasons why Hillary lost. Xander would like an Angelo update and perhaps an on-air appearance from the man.
I don't know if we want him on the show.
But you have already promised the update tomorrow.
Yeah, let's just say my interaction with Angelo led to a Blake fights with his wife.
Oh, it was only a matter of time, folks.
So, subscribe.
Pick one, me or him.
Myself, Cray, and our other brother, Truitt, will be in the den for a sit-in Tuesday, November 25th.
The Cross fam. I know
This
those
is
guys.
from Lauren from Denton.
Oh, yeah. You're going to like that one.
It's
full of teases.
Kind of creepy there.
Pretty ominous,
but
bro.
I like it.
Yeah, she has something she wants to do in closing remarks, and you're going to like it.
Okay.
One time I saw this girl, she had like
I'm already bricked up.
a bottle trick.
I don't think it's that.
Ping pong balls.
Wild stuff. That was crazy when
not that.
they would just do it. You're like, no one's even asking you to do that.
And Jennifer says, happy birthday to my husband, Blind Brandon.
I think I met him.
He's been Team Dan, sports humorist since 1999. We recently hung out with you at the GSE. Unless you count creepily leaving a gift bag on your porch while you're recording a show.
They left a little gift for us. I'll be breaking out my gift on Monday.
Was it the poo in the bag?
No,
was it?
that was me that left that.
All right. To Jake, rather than offer to help you coach soccer, Brandon said he'll give you free lessons next fall in U9 when you bring that weak GSSA game on the road to Trophy Club in Roanoke.
I don't think that's going to be happening, but I will keep your offer for the rain check.
Please rate our children's names. We're open to changing any of them. More book club, more Business Wednesday, more Cirque, more Mom Game, love Blake, hoping to see UNT in a bowl game, never punt, more PLEs in the 114 corridor. Oh, premium live event. Premiere? What do we call it?
We don't know anymore.
Anyway, her kids' names. I'm just going first name. I think it's difficult when you rate, because middle names sometimes are like grandma or something. And
I think it's a part of the
You think it's part?
Yeah.
All right. Lydia Christine, Barrett Micah, Nadine Ruth, Dorothy Autumn, Nora Esther.
Boy, they just got older and older.
I feel like she's making this up.
Those are great.
They do feel older. Like
Esther's that's way out of the norm of old, but the rest of those are good. Lydia's.
I've not heard Nadine in a long time.
Natty. Those are great names.
That's from Jennifer.
Those are keep them off the pole names.
You know, since rehab, you haven't shit on anyone's name.
I know.
Oh, I don't think that's true at all.
This guy sucks.
Yeah, soft.
Flooring Direct's DFW presents On This Day.
Bring a kid in here right
History.
now. Sup, little man?
Used to make Julie cry every day.
I know,
it was great.
great.
That did happen.
Now you're telling me Barrett's a good name.
Barrett Micah? That's a tough kid.
BM?
Yeah.
So today is Thursday, November 13th. On this day in 1789, Benjamin Franklin wrote in a letter to a friend, "In this world nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes."
Cool, dude.
Yep. On this day in 1954, dentist Fred Slack invents artificial fingernails.
Okay.
Thanks.
On this day in 1982, Korean boxer Duke Koo Kim was killed in the ring when knocked out by Ray Boom Boom Mancini in the 14th round. Dead. Doing what he loved. Boxing.
Do we have a lot of Korean boxers?
He's the only one I know of. They obviously weren't good. They all died.
Yeah.
And you'll like this. On this day in 1987, it was the Wall Street Journal front page. Taking a look with a bunch of different articles about the same topic at the fear and prejudice against the AIDS crisis. So here's were some of their articles in that day's paper. A Texas man who shot his nephew to death thinking that the boy was HIV positive.
No.
A HIV positive man who was regularly attacked by his neighbors in it doesn't say where he was. A public housing official in Rochester, New York, who tried to evict a woman because she let an HIV positive neighbor stay there. And a Texas post office that made its postmen disinfect themselves every time they delivered mail to an AIDS hospice.
Dang.
And so with this going on, Chuck Norris talked to the writers and said, look,
we're going to take this thing head on.
We need to let everybody know that this is nothing to fear.
That is such a great point, though. Just the genesis of that idea. We're in the writer's room where they were like, we can handle this. We can meet the moment.
We can be important.
We can contribute
like, you think
to
this
the
is
conversation.
just a show about, No, I mean, we can really tackle the issues of the day.
They thought they nailed it.
And I would say they're right, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Call HJO.
So today is November 13th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
You came in on this day in 2020 with you and Jake's doppelrangers. I guess you had gone to the stadium. You said you waited in line to get your doppelrangers, the cardboard cutouts that were at the Rangers games in 2020.
Yeah.
Do you still have them?
Yeah. I got them back there just in case we have an appearance we don't want to go to. People could just take a picture with that.
And then we got an email from a P1 about his mom's coworker who married the doctor that delivered her.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's great. As long as the doctor was a man, it's great. Otherwise, it's sick.
Do you think he knew right away?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's delivered?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the freshest of
If he's a good
nursery
scout,
visits you
right?
can possibly have. That's ground floor. That's like
Yeah, you saw LeBron when he was in 7th
Coach
grade.
Bro offering Johnny Manziel or whoever
Yeah.
he's in.
As soon as he slapped the butt, hey.
Whoa. It's awful firm.
God.
Put a tracking thing on it, a little Apple AirPod under her fingernail. Other birthdays today, we have, there's a really good bunch of audio that could come from today's birthdays. Michael Bennett is 40. He's a former Cowboy, and he was a gold medalist in the Black Olympics. If you
Flag
remember.
burner.
Vinny Testaverde is 62.
Wow. Vinny Testaverde. I got it right here.
Is that a shortcut on your desktop? How'd you get this so quick?
Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde.
Very specific.
He's the best quarterback in the American Football Conference. Eastern Division. He throws every pass he makes on a frozen road.
That's good.
He's Vinny Testaverde.
Those are the days.
Gerald Laird is 46.
Wow.
Ranger. I bet he coaches or something.
A select team.
Yeah.
God,
God, you know about all
overcharge his
that?
parents because he used to play ball.
That's insane, dude.
No, but all what?
Well, I guess, it's fairly common because I'm trying to think I don't think Rusty Greer, maybe he wasn't doing it, but a lot of these like private high schools where the coaches don't have to be teachers, their baseball coaches are just guys like Gerald Laird and Rusty or whoever. Like, there's an insane amount of former fringy type ball players that are just coaches at local high schools now.
In Arizona, he's got a 12U team.
Thank you. Because a couple weeks ago, some pitcher got in trouble because it was Matt Garza had like a meltdown at a youth game. I'm like, why is Matt Garza coaching 13-year-old baseball? Apparently, it's a thing.
And you even mentioned earlier, you said something about like even players who aren't really at that caliber are doing this, and it's because parents like us will read. That's what held them back, is that they weren't like other people didn't play against the competition that they should have been against, and they will be better if they do this. So even though they don't belong there, they're going to try and make them do it.
Well,
and they got the money to do it.
You got to find that balance because getting your head kicked in is not a fun way to learn sports.
Asdrubal Cabrera is 40. Meta World Peace is 46.
Legend.
Greg Abbott is 68.
Hemp.
Jimmy Kimmel is 58.
Man, I saw a Kimmel quote the other night that made me want to cut my own junk off.
Do you think he's why Hillary lost?
Yeah.
So.
It's a good one.
All right. Well, we might have more on that. So I saw a couple quotes from this article.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about how when they told their kids.
Yes.
Like they cried, and
that's another why
they wanted to know if they could sell.
Is explaining anything to your kids.
We call this Wakanda Forever.
Do you want to hear the podcast they were on?
Oh, there's audio?
Probably not.
Hell yes, I do.
I haven't listened to it all yet, but this is the beginning of the podcast, and tell me if you would stay tuned for this podcast.
Oh, God, I hate it.
Wow. The reason we're celebrating in this strange way is that we just finished the most delightful, hopeful, honest, funny, hilarious conversation with our friends and neighbors and two people who have been, well, in the news lately. And their names are Jimmy Kimmel and Molly McNerney. And you all
are you in?
You're going to learn everything in this interview. They talk about the day everything went down with the
It's just funny and
good
hopeful,
Lord.
and it's
just get to the stuff. No, but
I might have more on that tomorrow.
It was
Please
the
don't.
Wakanda Forever. And,
Instead of that, do the female ref.
When Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, that was a big one. Like, told my daughter about RBG's passing. And
He
she
said
just-
that?
No, but that's
Oh.
a thing and that's what they asked if Trump did it, and I said yes. They said no, Daddy.
Speaking
no.
of daughter stuff, so I saw one of my neighbors was walking by, lady.
Whoa.
Hell yeah. Walking her dog, and I was talking to her, and she congratulated me on Nico, which is an odd thing, but I got a ton of text, like people are telling me that they're happy for me that Nico got fired, which seems odd, feels weird, because I don't know. It's an empty feeling almost. I mean, I'm glad, but, And then she went on to tell me how important Luca was to their family. She has like a 14-year-old boy who actually cried the next morning and thought his sister told him, couldn't wait to tell him.
Oh, that sucks.
And then he was crying, and he was hoping it was a prank, but like literally crying, just because like that's. And remember when you were that age, hell, remember you now, but like sports was everything,
Had Vince Young transferred,
or had you taken Dirk from me, I would have had a meltdown. a physical sobbing meltdown.
Especially then if Dirk is then afterwards like, I don't know where this came from. I wanted to stay here. Where was I? Jimmy
Here's
Kimmel.
this quick quote from Kimmel's podcast. Here's his wife. It hurts me so much because the personal relationship I now have where my husband is out there fighting this man. And to me, my family voting for Trump is them not voting for my husband and not voting for me and my family. She said she made last-ditch efforts to try to convince them to not vote for the bad man. You know how annoying that phone call was? It's Molly. I'm just pleading with you.
I like
anything
I'm
about
pleading
me.
with
Did you guys have, maybe you didn't, but when I was a kid, there was no, it was kind of like a thing, like you didn't talk about who you voted for.
Yeah.
And you didn't talk about the salary you made. Just stuff like that was like considered uncouth.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's for yourself to know.
So anyways, Dave, I'm fucking my wife in the ass over here.
Always what I think about.
That is a bit. Who did that?
Chappelle.
Okay.
Dave. A little personal. With all the voting.
Joe Montana is 78.
Great ticket bit.
Good Corby bit. Chris Noth is 71.
Don't know it.
He's from Law & Order and Sex and the City.
Mr. Big.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I would have had you knowing him more from Law & Order.
Well, I never watched Sex and the City. I just know that's who he was.
Me too. I know he was Mr. Big, but I've never seen that show. Whoopi Goldberg is 70.
Why Hillary lost.
Whoopi?
Okay. No, but yes.
Sex and the City?
Yes. And its reboot and like the bossification of the late 2010s.
Wait, which one? Sex and the City?
Yeah. Whoopi's been around long enough.
You on board? Sound like you're a viewer.
Sex and the City?
Yeah.
That was definitely my bad beat era.
I bet,
I
dude.
saw a show called Sex and the City. Hell yeah.
What's not to like?
Kind of disappointed.
Gerard Butler is 56.
I think he's kind of great, right? But what has he really done?
Devin Bostick is 34. He was Roderick in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And then our Dumb Zone birthday of the day, I found out this morning, looking at his bio, he was actually in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Don't know who he played, though. He's been in, he was in White Lotus for sure.
Oh.
And it's a big day in my household. Steve Zahn is 58.
Wow.
That's on my wife's Mount Rushmore, where I am not. I am not on my wife's Mount Rushmore. But Steve Zahn.
We need to follow up on that Chad Powers thing.
There's Steve Zahn. Wait, who are the people?
Let me get the list.
You have a list?
Yeah.
The weird
Paul
today.
Rudd, Dave Matthews, Theo James, Willie Geist, Steve
No,
Zahn.
wait. Okay, it's Paul Rudd, Willie Geist, Steve Zahn, and our riding lawnmower. Those are up on...
We should check in on this Chad Powers show. Like I was saying, Steve Zahn's in that, and the writer was...
Isn't it the Eli thing?
It's Eli-ish, but Glenn Powell plays him.
I thought we were over Glenn Powell.
We're just getting started, buddy. He's going to be around.
I don't know. Born on this day, now dead, John Montague. He is a man
Fahrenheit 451.
who claimed to have invented the sandwich.
My type of guy. That sounds like some shit I would do. I was on this first. What a dick.
He's in. And then
John, literally everyone's been doing that for years.
No, but I put mayonnaise on it.
Okay, John.
I put then there's another piece of bread you could put on top.
John, we've been doing the 2 pieces of bread. We've in fact even been calling it a sandwich.
And on this day in 2004, dead on this day, we have Old Dirty Bastard.
Wow.
Cam Spin.
Yeah. Picked up his welfare check in a limo on an MTV special one time.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome.
And that's
All
what
his kids are in the
happened
limo.
on this day in history.
It's good times.
You know what? You're right. And here we are with the exotically named Joe Miller, who is wearing a Cornelius and R.I.P. Cornelius T-shirt.
Yes. I really don't have much. Just want to say, Blake, the mustache, is mesmerizing in person.
Oh.
It looks awesome on video, but
Yeah.
And Jake, I always thought on video you always look pissed off. You're not nearly as bad in person.
That's good.
On video, it looks just like you're seething for some reason.
I'll work on that. That's good to know.
I think it's the lighting and your eyebrows just make you look dark. I don't know. And Dan, you're my leader. I've been listening to you since you came on the ticket. I think your presumptuous joke was the greatest moment in ticket history. And I actually had a Baker T-shirt for you, but I left it at home. Next time you do a remote out in Frisco, I'll bring it to you. I Feel Dangerous T-shirt. That's all I got.
I will accept it. Well, thank you, Joe Miller.
Thank you, sir.
And what's tomorrow? The Story of Angelo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi. He's the best quarterback in the American Football Conference. His Eastern Division. He throws every pass he makes on a frozen road. He's Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi. He's the best quarterback in the American Football Conference. His Eastern Division. He throws every pass he makes on a frozen road. He's Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi, yeah. Vinitesta Verdi,